Well, hey, everybody. How you all doing? Hey,
Good Friday
Bonkers.
morning, y'all. Good Friday morning.
Good Friday. Hey, Mystery Sky, Minnie Jr., Marcella. Hey, Freeside. Kim Louise. Hey, how are you doing?
Kim Louise, I hope you got my email.
Hey, Kels. Graham. Sorry, I'm just trying to go through here real quick. Hey, Constance. Minnie Jr., Lady Jane, Mama 2. I know there's more. Hold on. Did I say Libby? Hi, Libby, just in case. Renee. I'm trying to catch up in chat here. Spidey fan, welcome. Karma is a bitch. Yeah, we got a kind of a information packed here live here for you in just a second.
Yeah, we got
Yeah,
some things to bring to you.
it's gonna be good.
We heard Dementia, I guess is what we're going to have to call him. I heard him lying last night about as much as what he was the last time he went live. Do you guys remember that live stream?
Yeah.
Do you? Put a one in chat if you remember Jimbo's last Weekcast live stream. Now we know he had another stream, but that was, not public, right, Jimbo?
Right. Yeah.
So, but we heard the same bullshit. Lies, man. Plus more. Plus more. Um, Dude, you're just like Ernie. There's no way around it. Actually, might be worse from what I'm seeing. People would argue that, and that's fine. Whatever. But
Yeah.
everything I saw you do yesterday is all the things that we warned everyone that Ernie would do whenever we came to YouTube.
Yeah.
Every single one of them. Like, I love how you made the lie that people on the YouTube streets were saying that you were in jail for a week. Now, I will say this. I've never heard of it.
I have never
But
heard.
that being said, with that being said, me watching people react to that bullshit today, well, that just told me everything I needed to know, Jimbo, because not one single person has heard that bullshit. Sort of like the last live stream you had talking about the 3-year-old in ICU. Yeah. From that fake ass wreck that you had, that you
Mm-hmm.
could have proven that you had for months, but you haven't. You're going to sit there and say, well, if you don't believe me, I'm not going to show the proof because I'm the man of my word. And blah, 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 blah. No, dude. No. No. That's just how that is. But we've got a lot more lies to cover besides that one little piece. I
Oh boy,
promise you that.
that's just a tip of the iceberg.
And I can tell you this, AI didn't create a goddamn one of them with your
Nope.
Ernie bullshit lies over there. Oh, with all the stuff that you can do with AI now, it's just so hard to trust what you're seeing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not going to pay for a program that is expensive to make AI bullshit when I don't need to.
But fuck that. Fuck that. We don't have to. What we have is real.
Right.
That's what's real. That's the fact. That's what Jimbo is afraid of because he knows we got some fucking receipts. He fucking knows it. And that's why he tried to plant that little fucking seed yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
That is exactly why. Fuck some damn AI generator when you got the fucking truth. That's
Yep.
how that is. Jimbo, you know how that's how I roll anyway. I'm not going to present some fake ass bullshit like you do with your fake ass Pauletta. And yes, we made a video. We fucking debunked your bullshit months ago, asshole.
Do we have to show it again?
Oh, we're going to show it again. We're going to refresh his fucking dementia filled brain. Fuck him.
Preach
That's
it.
how it is. So,
Oh, Kim Louise, congratulations on becoming a grandmother. I know it's totally off subject here, but
oh, that's awesome.
congratulations.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
that's a one lucky grandchild.
Right?
That's for sure. Got a hell of a granny.
Love and Grace, it does speak volumes when practically a whole entire channel walks away, you know? It
Yeah,
does.
all but what, a dozen people,
Right.
maybe walked away. And see, of course, again, in Jimbo's little fucking bullshit stories yesterday, it's all my fault.
Yeah.
I'm the one that did it. I was the one going behind his back and talking to everybody and getting people pissed at him. No, motherfucker, that ain't how it was. How it was is I saw that you were bullshitting, that you were fucking lying. And I was going to walk and not disturb a goddamn thing. I was going to be like, fuck this shit. I ain't going to be part of it. If they don't want to see it, they can walk away themselves. If they do, whatever. But I wasn't going to be part of it. And the next thing you know, I'm starting to get these messages about the bullshit I'm about to walk away because.
Right.
Yeah, that's how it happened, Jimbo. And regardless if there was a fucking Kemper here or not, I can assure you these people would have walked away, period. They'd have been gone. Because these people, they do have character. So much character that they were trying to blindly trust you to actually be a man of your word, something you claim to be all the fucking time.
Yeah.
They were trusting you on that until we saw otherwise. Sort of innocent and proven guilty type of mentality. But when we saw it, motherfucker, we saw it. You couldn't unsee it. We were done. You can blame me all you fucking want to. I don't care. Like I said, without me, it would have still fucking happened.
Yeah. I mean, like we've said before, a lot of us started talking about it together, and then all of a sudden, you know, figuring out that, hey, I'm not the only one who's thinking there's something a little bit wrong here.
Well, see, that's the thing. He said, talking about everything that happened, he
Hmm.
said that he asked me and Nicolina specifically to keep it off the YouTube streets.
Right.
And we did. He's the one that brought it to the YouTube streets, driving down the road like a maniac, screaming about it.
Right.
We didn't bring it. You did, Jimbo. You fucking did that. You might want to get your dementia coach to help you out with that, bitch.
Oh, it's what does he say? It is now seizures or something
Yeah,
that
silent seizures, blah, blah, blah. Don't give a fuck, Jimbo. You're full of shit.
it's called
Anything you say is a lie.
it's called selective memory.
And I just want to throw this out there. For all of you that say that Jimbo's a liar, for all of you that say he's full of shit, be careful of what you try to believe that comes from him. And I don't care what it is. Me and Behind Green Eyes and the crew, um, we've already busted him out on a lot of his shit.
Yeah.
And he's got a lot more lies to throw out there to fill in the blanks. Sort of water it down, make people tired so they don't even want to have to look into it. They're left with the decision of, okay, I've got to trust him or I don't. That's what he's trying to push it to. And he knows. And all that bullshit that he was saying last night, it don't bother me, Jimbo. I chose to live in a hotel. It's
Hmm.
my life.
And you
Okay.
never did once deny it. You just
Well,
never
no,
answered.
I never said that I didn't, but he says I did. And if you go back and look at the record, you will see that I said, I laughed and then I said, believe what you want.
Right.
I never said yes or no, Jimbo. But again, sort of like you bringing up that fucking money, right?
Hmm.
Oh, you didn't give that 100 to Christina. Jimbo, if I remember correctly, that all went down on either a Monday or a Tuesday. And we were running it for a couple of days until we got enough for the tablet. And I said when it started that I would not be able to donate then, that I had to go to work, which I get paid by the day. But I said I needed to go to work to make the money, but I would do it then. Well, by that time, the goal had been met. And I even told you, Jimbo, I'm pretty sure it was something like, man, I was wanting to donate to that, blah, blah, blah. And you were like, well, you can just donate to the next thing or something of that nature. Okay. So, you know, what you said about that is bullshit. Okay. Another thing, if you're so concerned about that fucking $100, why don't you take it out of my half of monetization, bitch? How about that? How about all of those $20 cash apps that Miss Kim Louise herself, not counting the others, just hers, would have
Mhm.
paid for that 4 or 5 times over, Jimbo?
Right.
But, you know, you want to talk shit. Actually, there's a couple of people over here that you owe lots of money to. Regardless if they walked away from you or not, you still owe them because you said you would pay them back. Even something you said last night in your little fucking weak ass live stream. You owe them money. So why don't you worry about your shit? And if Christina wants that 100, tell her to contact me. I'll get it to her. I don't give a damn.
Right.
It's not a big deal to me because I haven't done anything wrong, Jimbo. You want to use that as some kind of fucking leverage? Bro, weak ass shit. That's what that is. If that gets you leverage, you're in a bad situation.
Right.
That's pretty fucking weak, dude. Sort of like, you know, when I left the stand the last time and you wanted to throw up the $100 that you offered to loan me. And then I eventually took after a few times of you saying it to me. But it happened right before I left. And of course, that was the first thing you talked about. But you also forget money I gave you when I came back to the stand, money I gave you for, I think it was $100 for Thelma's bond at the time. She was in jail. You know, when she claims that I came crawling back to the stand, she was sitting her ass in jail. How the fuck does she know any of it? Hmm? Don't say, oh, she saw the screenshots and the fucking messages, because I know she can't read. So I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm being for real, dude. Like, how the fuck does that happen, man? You both coming at me like I did something. I'm not the liar. I'm not the one that got caught, and I'm not the one that had everybody walk away from them. That's all you, Jimbo. That's all you. It's not going to change either. No matter how much you lie and how much you bullshit, it's not going to change. You're a liar. What you did were lies.
Mm-hmm.
That cannot be changed. So he did definitely make the comments last night that he did not receive all of the money that was pledged as reward money for the arrest of Ernie Shell.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, we know for a fact he only paid out $950. And I know of one donor that gave 2 grand.
Right.
Tell me, Jimbo, tell me. And we're going to show it too. We're going to show it. We got receipts. You know that. That's what you're scared of.
Yeah. We don't.
But you
We don't put
know that
it.
you came out plus that because there were other people that donated 500, 50, 100. Like, yeah, quite a few people. So where did all the money go, Jimbo? Because when Markella came into your chat last night, well,
That was
what do you
bad.
got to say before I block you? The last words of a pussy that sets his fucking chat on having to be a sub for 4 fucking weeks to be able to comment. That vagina's ripe as fuck, Jimbo. You know it. No matter if you think I was in your chat hitting that laugh emoji the whole fucking time. You're stupid. I was in fucking Discord in a watch party. How am I supposed to do that? But that was another weak ass accusation. Like I said, last night was full of bullshit, all lies. So, do you want to play that first video yet?
Sure, we can. Give me 1 second, and I will get that ready. Well, I have it ready, but get it up on here.
You haven't what?
I said, let me get it up on here.
Oh, okay.
Actually have it ready. All right, here we go.
And I split what money was actually given to between Markella and Nicolina for finding Ernie. I kept 0. The money that was actually given, not the money that was pledged and nobody ever sent. You know, we'll go over that too because Kemper's real good for that. But you know, if somebody pledges $5,000 and then don't give it, well, I'm not going to give it for them. You know, that's not on me.
Wasn't it 3,000?
I did split.
What?
Wasn't it 3,000 that was pledged, or around 3,000?
$2,000 between Nicolina.
Here's an answer from CoverageCat.com.
So,
I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button on my computer and brought up something entirely weird. Anyways, what did you say?
I done forgot.
Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't get it to stop.
Oh, I'm sorry. Now I remember. I said, wasn't the reward fund at 3,000 on pledges, or a little over? On people saying, "Hey, I'll donate."
Yeah, I don't remember ever being,
because we didn't start at 3,000.
No.
Okay.
No.
I just don't remember where it ended up at before Ernie got arrested. It was either 3,000 or 3,200 or some shit like that.
Yeah, it was.
That's all I remember.
It was something like 3,000 that was pledged, that people said that they would pledge. But yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure I remembered correctly. That's all.
Yeah, I don't remember where the heck the 5,000 came from, but okay.
Yeah, I don't either. That's why I'm lost.
Right. Okay.
So you split a few thousand between me and Nick. Did I hear you right? How much do you get, Markella? I'll give you a second here before I block you two. How much do you get? There was like $2,200 that was sent total for the $5,500 reward. There was like $2,200 sent in.
You paid
so
out
you got $450.
Yeah. See,
it was 900. My bad.
Yeah, my bad. 900. But I like how it went from 5,000 to 5,500. You know, he can't keep his numbers fucking straight.
It's that damn. I don't know if I should call it Ernie math or Jimbo math, because I'm really starting to believe that Ernie learned from Jimbo.
It's called that hillbilly math.
No, I'm a hillbilly. I can do math.
It's meth.
Oh, okay. I don't know that one. I'm not.
Me neither.
Not hip to that one. Or is it the Suboxone math?
It could be that one too.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
And what did you do? Exactly. You have all the receipts. Yeah, I got them too. I was going to send you more money too, but like I told you,
sent you this. I've got receipts of Jimbo saying that Nick and Markella got him arrested, and he was giving out the reward money. Because I went and looked at the messages. It was either last night or this morning.
What?
He absolutely said Markella was part of it. So Jimbo, what the fuck, dude? Now you're going to try to say she didn't even do anything when you argued with me? And I wasn't saying they didn't. I said, how do we know for sure any of this has happened?
Right.
And he pushed it, because I was being messaged by the donor that gave 2,000. Hey, can you make sure that this is correct? Right. That Ernie's really in jail, all of that. You know what I mean? Because, that's a lot of money just to be thrown out there because of something you heard on YouTube.
That's a big
And
chunk.
I get it. You know what I mean? So I was asked to do that. And I was like, are we sure he's in jail? Blah, blah, blah. All of that shit. And he argued with me that, yes, he was in jail. Nick and Markella are the ones.
Mhm.
So they should have been at least $1,500 richer.
Right.
Or at least $1,000 richer. Come on, Jimbo. You could have split, third.
Oh, wait till you see what the actual amount was that was
Mm-hmm.
actually in his hand. So it gets worse.
Oh, I know. You know I know.
Oh yeah, I know you know.
When they don't send it, I can't send it to you. So I got them all too, Mark Ellie. You want me to put them up here on the screen? Goodbye, troublemaker.
Of course.
Oh, she's a
Y'all see how easy that is? Boom, boom, she gone.
Money.
Yeah. Of course
Like,
he gets
seriously, Jimbo, troublemaker, because she come in speaking the truth that you said was truth a few months ago. So which is it? Are you telling the truth now, or are you telling the truth then? What's going on, Jimbo?
I know, right?
Come on, dude.
I guess I could read this out. It says, you said you received 2,200 so far. Is that correct? Well, just in case I might have misheard that, because my education and all. Let's hear it again.
There was like $2,200 that was sent total for the $5,500 reward. There was like $2,200 sent in.
So I know. So I mean, I'm hearing.
Just laughing. Sorry.
That's okay. So I'm hearing that he had in his possession a total of $2,200 to split between Markella and Nicolina. $2,200 in his hand. Right? But Markella only got $450. People, math ain't nothing. He also said he didn't have any more to give out. That's what blows my mind. He said he didn't have any more to give out. So out of the $2,200 he said he paid them each $450. So this is where I guess the math is kind of tricky maybe for him. So 450 plus 450 equals 900, right? So 2,200 minus 900 equals $1,300 that's left over, right? I mean, I'm pretty damn sure my math is correct here. I mean, come on. Sorry for pausing already. Yeah, so where is the $1,300? Okay, I'm going to pause it here so y'all can see. There's 2,000, a 500, a 50, and a 50 that we damn well know 100% factual that he received.
Yep.
So that's a total of $2,600 that he received. And this was given on the 27th of August, 27th of August, 8th of August, and this one was mailed in. So, yeah, the math ain't math in here. This is sent to his PayPal. There's the amount. Yeah, here it says for $50 for Find Ernie. It was for the Ernie Reward Fund.
Honestly, I think that we need to document how much money was taken up for Hunter's car repairs too.
No
Because
shit.
I've seen quite a bit around just from like 3 receipts, around $1,400, something
Not
like that.
once, not once,
Huh?
but twice. Not once, but twice was that?
Right, that's what I'm saying. I think we should find out with the receipts. Go find the people. Hey, if you
Right,
donated to Jimbo, guys, reach out to us. If you donated for Hunter's car, especially, please reach out to us.
right.
Um, we've already asked for those that did give to the reward fund to reach out, and from what we know, most of them did. Um, Maybe some people that pledged didn't bring their money, Jimbo, and you might have a point there. But the point is you paid 900 of quite a bit more than that,
Right.
and that's the point. No, not everybody might not have sent in their pledge, but
Yeah.
there are plenty that did, and it adds up. A lot of
Yeah.
nickels, a lot of dimes, a lot of quarters, they add up, dude.
Yeah. I mean, this is what he had in pocket, in hand, when he distributed the money out to Markella and Nick.
Mm-hmm.
So it's we'll
Let's
see here.
roll. Let's roll the tape there, boss.
Mm-hmm.
Let's roll the tape.
Yeah, $1,700. Just watch them. See, he didn't even give out half of what he had.
Got him. Right.
Didn't even give out half of it.
Yep. So,
So,
Jimbo, my boy, you did take some fucking money. Quit your lying, dude. Quit your trying to pass the buck.
right.
You know. Oh, well, you didn't give $100 to Christina, bitch. I didn't take 1,700 from other people, did I? Regardless if it was from Nick and Markella or the people that donated it, you still stole the fucking money, dude.
Regardless.
Yep. So, say what you want. Facts are facts. The video's there. And
So,
anyone, feel free to use it. I don't care who uses it.
kind of interested how he's going to try to spin that one out to.
Yeah, he'll probably ignore it like he has been about his fucking fake ass wreck and all that shit that he's ignoring.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what, Jimbo? Why didn't you address the fake Pauletta situation last night? You acted like you didn't know about it, but
Oh my God.
we know better, don't we, guys?
Yeah.
So, yeah, dude, why didn't you address that? Why didn't you address, regardless if you paid her or asked a favor of a friend, because we know that she's been a friend of yours for around 20 years. Didn't she once say, or did it was either she used to watch James and Sarah or Hunter or one of the kids, or they used to watch her kids, one of the two.
Right.
And she was also there when Bird and Ghost were going down to the Board of Education.
Mm-hmm.
She was there at that meeting that Jimbo had people come out for. She was there too. Yeah. So a woman that's going to come out for that would definitely come up on your panel and pretend to be somebody she's not, Jimbo. And the voice matches, and it's not AI, bitch. It came
Right.
straight from her fucking social media.
Markella, you're right. You did send me your conversation with Jimbo, but unfortunately, I already had the video up. I was going to try to add it in there, but I didn't have time before the live started, before I could get all that edited again. But yeah, no, Markella sent me her end of the conversation too. So
Right. Well, we know he's full of shit.
yeah,
And that was the point, to bring, hey guys, we know who donated. We know that Jimbo got it. Like even that 2000 screenshot of him receiving it from
right.
his PayPal account. I
And
believe it's after fees, but yes.
Yeah, he even
She
told
sent 2,000 and there was like 1,900 and some change.
Yeah. Yeah, he told Nicolina that he's in his PayPal minus the fees that PayPal took. And yeah.
Yep.
So
there's still quite a bit more, Jimbo. Quite a bit more.
Do we want to refresh his memory about the Pauletta, since apparently...
Yeah, we need to do that. And we need to also correct his bullshit about the threat.
Oh, God, yeah. That too.
If he considers that a threat, he's a bigger pussy than what I ever thought. I'm serious, man. It wasn't a threat.
Far from.
I said it before, and I know he knows it. He's heard it, but I'll say it again. It was actually friendly advice. Don't expose your family to what's going to happen because of all your transgressions on YouTube, all the shit you've done to people. Why would you want to do that again? I know that YouTube money's not that much. Do you got some people you're suckering and you got to sort of play the part to get it? Sort of like Ernie does? Is that what's going on? For real,
yes. Dude. Oh, yes, Beth. Where'd it
go?
Wasn't he sharing a fake Pauletta Cash App saying that we would help her if she needed it, since people were trying to get her fired? Yeah, there was a Cash App that he was scrolling across.
Yeah, didn't he do it on that phone call?
Yeah, it was when he had her on the phone. He had her Cash App.
Yeah, phone or panel or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've only seen parts of that. Still, I wasn't there for that, but yeah, I've only seen parts of that, so I didn't know that. But I don't know how we'd be able to look into that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because people change.
It would show that Cash App and the money going to it.
Yeah.
That's about all we could do, but I know that we could document like Hunter's car repairs and that kind of stuff. Like, I'm sure he's probably gone and privated the live streams where he was begging for money.
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, he went and hid the Pauletta video. We had to get it elsewhere.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he knew what was up with that. I mean, that just told on you, Jimbo. And then you want to act like we haven't talked about it. We didn't discuss it. We didn't debunk your lie. Like, actually, when I learned about that is when I learned about, I don't know, 6 or 7 more live streams you did by yourself. And I was supposed to just blindly support it, and actually was. But I had no idea half of it went down.
Right.
And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why is everybody going crazy? Now I get it. Now I fucking get it.
Yeah, I mean, he did a lot of daytime lives when you were at work.
But I can guarantee you, anything I knew, anything that's this nasty shit, I didn't know until now. I would have been gone a long time ago. Like I said, when I started suspecting he was, because whenever I was getting those messages from his kid, supposedly his kid, something felt off. Something felt real off. And I told Erica, I think he's fucking lying. I told a few more people that night. I don't know if he's telling me the truth. I'm going to see this through because I said I would, as far as like relaying messages from the family to the Discord about Jimbo's condition. That's all I'm talking about. But I said I would do that, and that's what I was going to see through. And then when I kept getting conflicting messages and statements and other people saying, hey, this is what they're saying to me, it's like, what the fuck? And you can ask any of them, I was ready to just disappear. Fuck y'all. I ain't doing this shit. Because I don't support that shit. I never have, and I never will.
Right. And
I don't care to be a loner, but I ain't going to be part of dumb shit.
Yeah. And we will be
I proved
getting
that before, too.
We will be getting into a few more things that fucked up shit that Jimbo's trying to drag everybody else into. But we're trying to keep to what's the word I'm looking for? Everything in context in a row here. Okay, here is his Pauletta fiasco, fake bullshit that he tried to pull. Just for a reminder for everybody.
Of him sick and with feeding tubes and IVs and everything in. He does still have his IV in, but it's unhooked right now. Well, if my memory serves me right, you guys have to remember this was all the way back like 32 years ago. 34. I mean, this has been a really long time ago. 34. So
That's the whole thing. The script that he gave her to kind of go over, or whatever thing that they went over, she messed up by actually, there was a lot of mistakes in their little conversation here compared to what he's told everybody. But this whole thing is just, it's funny. I find it hilarious.
34 years ago?
Yeah.
Well, it's been over 30, okay? I have slept a whole lot since then, so.
My emotions are a ball of a mess. My nerves are probably right up there with them, but so let's rewind to yesterday. I'm sitting at home.
If my memory serves me right, I met Jimbo. He had just started working at Kmart, and I had seen him there. And then my mom would actually let me drive our car to Kmart. I mean, if we're being honest, if my memory serves me right, we didn't do anything until after we were married. Like, well, I know we didn't do anything until after we were married, but it was a little bit after we were married, so there's no way I could have been pregnant by you, but no, I was absolutely not pregnant.
Yeah, I hadn't even told people that, the truth about that. Really, I told people that that I lost my virginity on our wedding night, but it was actually after our wedding night when I lost my virginity. Let's see.
Well, and sadly enough, you know that I was not a virgin when we got together.
Why don't we do a live together?
We got together.
A live together.
Exactly the same. I meant to stop it, right? Where is it? I think I went back. She was with him when they went to the school board meeting. All is well, and the cowards never showed their faces. We had been here for an hour. And then Jimbo says, they threatened to beat Hunter to death and hold me down and make me watch. They didn't show. So, tell me you didn't know her. It wasn't a good close friend. Let's see. This one, or was it before that? Oh, yeah. Sarah had a great 6th birthday family party and lots of
And
fun.
last night, Jimbo said that Sarah's either 21 or about to be 21.
20,
So
yeah,
that's what, about 15 years ago?
Yep.
14, 15, something like that.
Oh, yeah.
So that's at least that long that we know of that they've known each other. So as we said before, you didn't necessarily have to pay the woman, but she did a favor to a family friend.
Right. Yeah, because this was back in 2010.
Right. That's the whole point is the length of time they've known each other.
Yeah, 15 years at least.
Yep. At least.
I did. If you could see what the real Paula looked like, and no shame against her or anything, but her and that voice do not match. For one, Melissa, the person who was on here, has teeth. and can be able to say those hard th, all those other type sounds. If it was a real Pauletta, you would be able to tell the difference. Yeah. So
he thought he got away with that one, and thanks to the person that told me that Pauletta was fake.
oh yeah. Thank you.
I
Thank you.
appreciate the hell out of that. But also, I see Pindar's comment. Said, I'd like to know why he wasn't charged with arson all those years ago. Well, that's the thing. A lot of people have wanted him to be the one that had set the fire. Okay. Simply because, his mom's house, blah, blah, blah. But you got to think about a few things. First of all, nobody was there when it got set on fire. They were out of state, all of them. Okay. They were in Florida when it got set on fire.
Mm-hmm.
But then, why would they set it on fire? Maybe they didn't. You got to think maybe, just maybe, it was set on fire because of something that Jimbo and or Thelma did.
Maybe.
And I tried to speak to Ernie a couple of months ago about some things I was told about a couple of situations, and he wanted to fuck around. So
Right.
again, he found out and wanted to brush me off. So, hey, go chase clout or whatever, Ernie. I'll deal with it. Okay? Because I know that's what he's trying to do, but whatever.
Yeah. Of course.
But the whole thing is I have reason to believe that something occurred that Jimbo and Thelma were responsible for.
Holy
And
shit.
possibly, just maybe, the house was set on fire in retaliation of what they did.
I'm gonna mute out. There's
Kitty?
coyotes howling out my window. Hold
Oh.
on.
No, they get it going over here too now. But that's the things that I'm looking into, that I've caught wind of. And there's a few familiar names involved in a few of the stories. And it didn't come from Ernie, guys. No. Did not come from Ernie. Came from a couple of sources. And because of the history I have with these people and the fact that everything they've ever told me has checked out, I find that I need to check this out. So that's what I'm going to be looking into. So personally, everything I see, it was probably because of retaliation. Probably. Jimbo wants to say last night that I've accused him of murder, and I have not. I have gone on record to say that since you're such a liar and everything that we look into seems to be a fucking lie, that everything else that you've said about everything else is a lie,
Right.
including the Ronnie King situation. That doesn't say that you took anybody's life. That says you were involved. That doesn't mean you took somebody's life. And don't get me wrong, I'm not dismissing it. I just don't think Jimbo's got the balls to do that.
No.
Okay. But being involved one way or another, yeah, I could see it. I could easily see it. Especially with all the bullshit and the games that went on around the whole thing. Yeah. But no, Jimbo, I never accused you of murder. Quit your lies. Quit your fucking lies. But I did say all those things I just repeated. Yes, I did.
Yes.
And that usually goes for most liars. You know, Jimbo, you remember that whole boy that cried wolf live stream we did when we first started and we were talking about Ernie and nobody going to believe him when it really matters? That's where your life is. You're exactly in the same spot. Actually, you might be in a worse spot. I mean, right now, you're competing with Ernie for fucking criminal record points, man. You ain't got a felony yet, but you got cold check charges. You got dog stealing charges, actually convicted. No. I'm sorry. Not convictions. You pled guilty to them. You know, sort of like the same charges. Simple possession of marijuana. I pled guilty 3 separate times for that. Never once did I have drug dealing conviction.
Right.
Never. Never. You're an idiot. You're a fucking loon. You're trying to fucking gaslight and you suck at it. That's a fact.
Yeah.
You can look my fucking name up and you will only find those 3 marijuana charges. That is all you will ever find because that's all I've ever had.
And it was not.
Not just charges, not just charges. I pled guilty all 3 times. Once in North Carolina, I think I was 21. And the other 2 were here in Michigan. I think I was 27 or 28 or some bullshit like that. I was a youngin', man. I'm 50 fucking 2, dude. Okay? We're talking 25 years later. And you're going to sit here and try to say that I'm a convicted drug dealer and that I can't do anything without having to be high. No, bitch. That's not true. I'll tell you another thing. If I wanted a factory job, I could have had one a long ass time ago.
Right.
Dude, you seem to not get the point that I make good money serving tables. And it don't matter where I serve those tables at. I've always made good money. That's why I went back to it during COVID and I've been comfortable with it. I don't give a fuck. Hell, I'm like a gypsy and always have been. Regardless if I live in a hotel or in a trailer with 2 of my friends that you want to say can't stand me and kick me out. No, once again, Jimbo, our rent was raised twice in 2 years. When it come time to sign that lease for the 3rd year, we were like, we're not paying that shit. So my friends went to live with their aunt and sister, and I came to the hotel. Big fucking deal, bro.
Right.
I was actually looking at my W-2s from the past 3 years, and it goes 48.9, 49.9, 48.9. That's how much I make. It's just me. I don't owe any child support. I don't owe anybody anything except for my living expenses. So why the fuck would I complicate it, having to get in a lease, be obligated, when I don't even want to be stationary? I've always been a gypsy from the time I was 21. This is like the 5th time I've moved back to Michigan. Get the fucking point, you idiot. You think you know people, but you don't know shit.
Mm-hmm.
You tried the same weak shit that Ernie did about where I live, where I work, all this other shit. And the fact remains that I made more than you, Selma, and Ernie the past fucking 3 years. And I know I made it before that. Shit, dude. Up until 2000, from 2010 to 2015, I was making about $100,000 a year. You know, actually, it's a little bit more than that, but I had to claim 1099 work, self-employment. You know,
I did.
but I'm a loser, right?
Right.
I've never had to rip off people to buy a car, to well, actually buy a car. I think that's what your first code check was about, wasn't it, Jimbo? Pretty sure it was, because I remember you telling me the story about something to the fact that you sold something. I forget what it was, and when you cashed it and started spending the money, the check bounced, and you had to come back and give all the money back. Blah blah blah. You told me some weak ass story about that shit. Now, I'll give you the fact that I'm a pothead, but I do remember a lot of things really fucking good to be a pothead, considering you used to lean on me to be your memory on the fucking stand. But you want to talk shit, right? So, regardless, Jimbo, make fun of where I work, make fun of what I do for a living. Thing is I've always made a good living working in a restaurant. Always. I just don't manage them anymore. But I'm smart enough to know, hey man, very little responsibility. Yeah, you got to work a little bit. You got to get your steps in, you get your cardio, that kind of shit. But at the end of the day, it's not brain busting work. And I make good money doing it.
I didn't want to interrupt you while you had your well-formed
No, you're
rant.
good. I see what you got there. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But thank you, Kim Louise, so much. I greatly appreciate it. BGE and Kemper, I love you so much. You are loved so much by me every day. Thank you for being my best friends. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, Kim Louise. You're a beautiful person. And
I just know that you're tickled to death having that new grandbaby.
I know.
I could just see it.
And Markella, yeah. And you didn't have to scam a woman into leaving her kids out of their inheritance and giving it to you.
Well, that's another thing. He tried to play around saying that mystery lady set them up and left them sitting pretty or some shit like that. Okay. What I do know is that through the time that they had been around her, they got $17,000. But after her passing, they didn't get anything. No matter how much he wants to play about it.
Yeah.
Her daughter says otherwise. Because there's been conversations. And her daughter says that, yes, those nasty motherfuckers.
Yeah, verbatim.
Stole $17,000 from my mom. That said they weren't getting anything else. And from the looks of it, if they were to try to get it, it's going to be held up for a little while.
Right.
I don't think she's just going to let it go like that. So that I do know. Because it was my conversation. It wasn't like a secondhand. Yeah, secondhand hearsay. No. It was my conversation, and that's what she told me. And ever since I learned that, I do feel a little bit better. But at the same time, Jimbo's a sick motherfucker. Now, what he likes to do is he likes to use deceased people as weapons. Has anybody noticed that pattern? Not just him doing it once or twice, but it's a pattern. Because that's factual, actual. Like, he's brought up Trader's brother. Last night, he brought up E squared.
Yeah.
He did both to hurt somebody. And I don't care what the beef is with traders and everybody else. I don't care. I'm just saying, Jimbo, this is what we're here for. And that is what I've seen him do. And that's just not cool, man.
Nope.
Now, I know E squared didn't know me very well. And I'm sure there were people telling her things about me that were not true because I learned of a lot of those kind of things that were going around, in those backdoor meetings and all this other shit that was going on. I know it happened. But I'm not going to hold anything against anybody when they're being lied to. If they believe the lie, that's different. When they believe the lie and know it's a lie, that's the problem.
Yeah.
And she didn't do that. So for you to try to say, oh, she didn't like you anyway. No, man, that just shows how nasty you are, bro.
Right.
Because I've never had anything but good things to say about E squared. And you know it, dude. But you just got to be a little bitch and use grief to fuck with people.
Right. Try to stick that.
That's how soft and pussified you are.
Yeah. Trying to stick that knife in just a little bit and twist it, you know.
Yep. And I'm sure he'll do it again. If not to me, it'll be to somebody else. Because that's what kind of person he is.
He's already
All you got
tried.
to do is sit back and watch, guys. And just
He's already,
remember, if they show you, believe them.
mm-hmm.
Believe them.
Yeah, he's already trying to do that shit.
Mm-hmm. But it's weak pussy shit.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, last night he really hurt himself more than he helped himself. I mean, within 15 minutes, I think, of the end of his live stream, if it wasn't two, it was, and if it wasn't one, it was 2 live streams that I seen already scheduled, ready to go. Thumbnails and everything. And I know he's been drugged through the streets all day today, and he deserves every fucking bit of it. And every bit more that comes his way, he deserves. And I do want to talk about that threat. Expose a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get it. I'm going to send it to you. Hold on.
Okay.
Maybe. Go get it.
I was going to hopefully go over a few things in his live, too.
Huh?
I said I was hoping we can probably also go, if we have time, to go over some of his live, because, yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That he said in there, it's just outrageous.
Right. Here, I'm going to send this to you.
And his fucking gaslighting that he's doing, trying to cause pain and rifts between people when, you know.
Well, he just shows that he's a little 6-year-old girl.
Well,
That's
yeah.
all he's showing. Oh, they said this about you, and you said this about them, and that. Really, Jimbo? We didn't scam any money from anybody. We didn't take from a dying woman. You know you did. You didn't steal it. No. You made her think you were something you're not. And she loved you for being that fake-ass motherfucking piece of shit. Whatever it was you presented her, that's what she loved you for. That scamming, bitch. That's what that is. Okay? So it don't matter who said what about whoever. It don't fucking matter at all because we didn't scam shit from nobody. Yeah, we might have had opinions about each other, but we're adults. We're allowed that.
Right.
You want to act like I can look through this whole chat. I can look through all of these chats, and I'm looking at people that have had some opinions about each other. You think it's something, oh, I'm going to tell that you said this. Really, dude? Little bitch boy.
Can we have some more?
I'm just saying. Did you get that?
Let me look there. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I had that already set up.
Oh, I didn't know if you had it already.
Yeah. Well, I had it on my page, but we'll go ahead and show them.
Yeah, this is what he claims is a threat. It's amazing. I want everybody to know what this was. This was me telling him, bro, don't bring your family back into this shit. Stay gone. It's not going to be pretty. And I said it then, I'll say it now. I don't care if I'm here or not, bro. You think these people are going to let you slide for what you've done? Bro, for real, you really think they're going to let that slide? You think messaging somebody saying, hey, I got the deets on this, never produce them? Really? All you're doing is trying to play people against each other to soften the blow that comes at you. Anybody that's watching it has to see it. If they don't, listen to my words. That's what he's doing. He wants this one going after this one and that one going over that one, and no attention on Jimbo. That's the whole fucking point.
Right. Did you want to read this, or can you not see it? Kemper.
I can't hear you. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I'm sorry. I said, did you want to read this or can you not see it?
I can barely see that. Let me go here. Hold on. I can only see the cover. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, because I got it right here.
Okay. I'm say otherwise I could read it.
Okay, so this was February 18th, right? 17th.
Yes.
It was the day before Jimbo's birthday. Anyway,
Yeah.
I hate to be in this position, and I hate to have to be the one to do this. But there has been a lot of things going on that are highly questionable the past few months. A lot of dots have been connected, and quite a bit has been learned. The OG mods and myself from the stand, and Nick and the Mean Girls have had a vote of no confidence, and it was unanimous. None of us have any support for you, and nothing else to give. It's our wish that you take the vacation you spoke about the past few days, delete the channel, and walk quietly away from all of this. I wish this was a troll, but it isn't. This is very real. Do what is right and what's best for your family. We know entirely too much for this to ever be fixed. Please, for everyone's sake, walk away quietly and delete the channel.
Now, I didn't hear a threat.
I mean, if somebody does, please let me know how I threatened.
You
You know?
I don't see a threat anywhere in there. Basically, you said, it'd be best just delete the channel, walk away quietly, and, go bye-bye. Not a threat saying you must leave.
No, just don't make this messy. Just go the fuck away. It's already messy enough. Don't come back and make us all have to get nasty. That's what I was trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
Don't drag your family into this shit some more, man. Because, I even asked you, are you sure you want to do this? When all this shit was getting heated before. And you did. So, for a guy that don't like drama, you really like drama.
Yeah. Well, shit. How many times when you weren't on the lives that he would create drama? Going after Ghost, going after Peachy, going after Nick, going after Traders, going after
Right.
Speakeasy.
Oh, and that's another thing. This motherfucker, he wants to say all he thought about was Ernie. No, motherfucker. We started this channel for Ernie. We didn't start it for all the extra shit. You're the one that got that shit going. You wouldn't fucking stop. I was not the only one that asked you to chill. I'm not the only one that asked you to redirect on the reason we're at YouTube. Like, dude, you want to say he's just one-minded, single-minded. That's all he thought about. No, motherfucker. I'm just to the point. We're here for Ernie. Let's get about Ernie. Fuck all this extra shit. I didn't like none of it, man. I was so fucking tired of it. So fucking tired of it. And you couldn't just chill. You couldn't just hold your tongue. Couldn't just let it go by. Us move on. Get past it. No, you had to keep it going all the fucking time. And we were all tired of it.
Yeah.
All of us were tired of it. Your Discord begged you. I watched it. Probably the same Discord that's now deleted, huh? Or at least all the stuff in the Discord. Sorry. Good times, good times. I love it. But yeah, he wants to say that was a threat. And then, of course, there's another comment I make where we're not going to get caught up in a huge deflection about all of it. All of us have been watching, and these people came to me about their concerns. I didn't do this. You did this. Ernie nor traders destroyed the stand. Nick nor Kemper destroyed the stand. You did that.
Right.
And you absolutely know how. And it's no conspiracy. It's real. I said, if you want to go live, you go right ahead. I'm done being on panel with you, and there's many of us that are completely over it. And of course, Jimbo's like, bring it to panel, Kemper. Let's get it over with. Like, for real? Seriously? Like, no. No panel with you. No. Get over it.
You're right, Markella. I find it strange that he got his memory back all of a sudden, too. I mean, stuff that he couldn't remember before a long time ago. He sure can retain, that memory now. Let's see.
But yeah, like I said, guys, that whole arson thing, I don't think he's an arsonist. I think he's a thief. Yes, absolutely. I think he's a thief. I know he's a thief. Beyond checks.
Beyond.
And I'm pretty sure that's why Mom's house got set ablaze.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit. I mean, if you can just go by his YouTube channel alone and all the freaking money that he double dipped on or never forwarded it, right, Jimbo? Like the $1,700 and God.
Well, he probably got that same amount for Hunter's car, if not more.
Right.
You know?
And then there's Christina. Did she get all the money that she was supposed to?
Right. Exactly. I don't know.
I don't know, because I know I donated to it, but
honestly, you know how involved I was with that? I suggested we raise the money. That's all I did.
Right.
I did not take any money. I did not transfer any money. I didn't do anything like that. I didn't even give $100. Did I, Jimbo?
Yeah, because I know he got
so
super chats and shit for that. Not
well,
just
that too, of course. Yeah, I'm sure there were memberships that came about too, and all
I
that
sent
shit,
directly to her.
Huh?
I said I sent directly to her.
Right. I like I said, I didn't have anything. All I said was, "Hey, man, let's see if we can raise the money, man. The kid needs a tablet." And that was the end. So I don't know of any of the money on how it got there, if it did or anything. I don't know. Now, if you did donate to Christina through Jimbo, yeah, send us an email.
Right.
Sling us a receipt, please.
Yeah, because I sent directly to Christina for the fact, because I started kind of thinking, I'm not sure if everybody's getting what they're supposed to be getting by sending it to him. So I sent directly to her. Beth says, I got screenshots too. Want me to show them? Still waiting for him to post receipts of anything he claims we're lying about, right? I don't know. I'm so trying to behave myself tonight. But we're going to go over a little bit of Jimbo's lovely live here. I'm not sure if I got it in the right spot. Give me 1 second here.
Where Sheriff Mickey Steins.
No, don't care.
Not.
Yay, I just love wellness. Getting your daily dose of nutrients does.
Sorry, I will get that.
But he does think so. I don't know if he really thought that or if his mommy lied to him. I don't know, but kind of funny.
I lost my timesheet paper. Sorry, y'all.
Taylor Smith. Hi, Jimbo. Good to see you. I've been MIA for a long time. What they call silent seizures.
Oh, yeah.
Things should be good for a long time to come. Also, I have had a stroke, and I've been having some what they call silent seizures. We're doing a lot of tests and trying to pinpoint why and where and triggers and things like that. But
What was Pindar's comment about his seizures? His seizures causes him to seize everything he sees, or something like that. I don't know. That was probably one of the best things I've ever heard regarding, with him and his spark dilemma, getting caught, putting more items in his cart than were allowed, or according to the Spark app. Ay, ay, ay. Uh-oh, we lost Kemper. Hopefully he'll come back here.
Things are getting a lot better. I'm sure that's a pretty snide remark, but I'm going to give you an answer for it anyway. I don't remember who you are, so I'm just going to assume. I don't know what that gets you, but I'm just going to assume that you're under a fake name and hiding behind a screen name. So much like, I'd say 95% of the YouTube streets.
I'm sorry, but a lot of people hide behind a screen name because not everybody's going to put out their whole freaking name so they can have people like you or Ernie or any of his little tiglets come and cause havoc in your life. Jimbo. Yeah, we'll get to a few things here in a minute.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate you saying that's good. See, as long as we can be respectful, it's all good. Even if something is said as a snide remark. But yeah, I mean, do I still have brain fog? Of course I do. And do I still have episodes? Of course I do. They just don't think it's actually dementia anymore. I've started on this new medicine, and we'll see what it does. Taylor said, I've been struggling as well. Let me see here. And the reason I hadn't been around, but things finally cut the corners. Things absolutely have the right to say what I feel and set the record straight.
Jimbo, setting the record straight. Where in this entire fucked up live that you had did you put any record straight is what I really want to know. I saw a lot of gaslighting. I saw a lot of lying. I saw a lot of skipping over questions that were given to you, trying to get some answers. And where in there was any truth? Because we already know, again, in which I made another video of his quote house being destroyed from the hurricane. I made it dumbed down a little bit more for those in the back who don't quite understand the video. I mean, it was pretty much point blank the first time, but I threw in a couple more visual things for them. So hopefully they'll get it the next time. Hold on a second.
And I'll continue to do so. I was told that I was warned.
Yeah.
Don't you come back to YouTube,
you weren't,
boy. Okay. Yeah. After I was able.
October 15th, you wish to know about the trail cams for review for. Yeah, those trail. I would like to know myself. I mean, he was given trail cams, but did he ever actually? I'm sorry. Yeah, tornado. Sorry, not hurricane. God, I was trying to read something else at the same time. But yeah, were the trail cams actually up? And if they were, the second time that they came out to the property, there should have been some cameras that would have caught it, I would think. But I don't know. That's just me. Oops.
Able to shake all the fear away, and I'm finally back. So I don't know how often I'll go live. Probably won't be again for a little bit anyway. We got a lot of things going on. I did enroll in furthering my education today.
Welcome back.
We'll be attending a major university, and
He's going to go back to school, huh? What major university is up there where he lives? Is there one?
University of Kentucky, Eastern Kentucky. They're within like an hour.
Oh, okay. I didn't know how far away one actually was.
And then University of Tennessee is like 2 hours, 2.5, something like that.
Yeah, who is paying for his education? That's a good question.
I'm working on my bachelor's degree. I have an associate's degree, and I'm going to take the next step, try to get my bachelor's degree. So, saw another commenter that said that I was a bunch of lies, this and that and the other, and lying about. Said my son stole a girl. Well, he didn't steal a girl. He wasn't even with her.
Okay. You know what I'm trying to say, Kimber.
I haven't heard what you said.
He's talking about Hunter's girlfriend when she went missing.
What about it?
And that someone made a comment saying that Hunter stole her.
Oh.
And, I'm pretty sure you knew exactly where she was there, Jimbo. And even though you say you don't.
I'll say this. The only thing he ever really said about that situation is he got a video from Snapchat, something like that, saying this or that, about why she left. She didn't really get into detail. And then I think there was a phone call he made us aware of that she had made to Hunter, but I don't know if that was before or after she was 18. And then, of course, there was whenever she came back around. So that was at the time that she supposedly miscarried, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but
wasn't it her that supposedly miscarried? If I remember correctly, that's what I was told by him and a few other people.
Yeah,
I think he tried to insinuate it was Sarah, but it was actually Casey.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Am I right about that or wrong about that?
Can you hear me? I don't think Kimber can hear me again.
I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, he said Sarah said oh my God. He said Sarah's the one who had the miscarriage. But when
on panel, yes, but I'm saying privately, he told a few of us.
Yeah, it was Casey.
That it was Casey, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was trying to specify. Make sure I was correct about. Yes.
No, yeah, you're right on that.
So yeah, it was Casey that miscarried and not Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't long after she showed back up.
Yep.
Right?
Yes.
Like, was it within a few weeks or something? We got that word? Maybe a week, 2 weeks, something like that?
Something like that. I don't remember the exact timeline. It's been so long ago. I don't remember the exact timeline on that. But that's somewhere about a couple weeks.
But honestly, he never really let us know. He let us know what he wanted us to know. I'll say that.
Yeah.
That situation, we had very little knowledge about what he was doing, what was going on, what he knew. I think there was 2 times that the cop showed up at his house.
Yeah.
One, he was live in
The other one you told us about. I don't
Well, I
remember.
know I ended up jumping into StreamYard and listening. I forget who I was listening with. It might have been Leslie. It was somebody. Anyway, the cops came and searched his house. It wasn't Leslie because she was gone by then.
Yeah, she was
Pretty
gone.
sure. Can't remember who it was. But anyway, we listened in StreamYard. Oh, I know who it was. I know who it was. It's Archivist. Um, but yeah, we listened to the cops talk to him about the whole situation. But that's the most I ever knew about anything. Literally, like everything else y'all knew, I knew. That's all I knew. Um, but obviously Jimbo had to know some shit. And I don't think Hunter's just not going to tell his dad if his dad's helping him out. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure he was filled in.
Right.
That's one thing I do know, that their kids are open with them. So even in a situation like that, they would especially be open.
Sorry. Oh, Kim Louise wants me to let you know that she absolutely adores you.
Thank you, Kim Louise.
Okay. I'm sorry, you guys. I lost my time stamp sheet that I had all these timestamps on that I wanted to go over, so I'm having to wing it here.
Just let it play then.
Onion powder, I appreciate that. Would you make sure they know? Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Which schools are you want to tell? Maybe I can get you their number. What are you going to tell the school? Hey, this man who doesn't work for you, who his children don't go to school there. Well, that guy was convicted of a misdemeanor theft by unlawful taking.
I saw the 30-second pink salt trick in a viral video. Weeks later, they stopped to call me delusional.
Yeah, tell them all about it. Give them hell. Yeah, schools give a damn about a criminal record. That's right, Mr. Scott. They don't care. Actually, I could be the athletic director at a Christian school tomorrow if I wanted to. I don't want to. There's other things I got going on. Taylor said, whatever has transpired, I do hope everyone's well. I can't do drama anymore. My health can't take it.
You know, that whole thing with him being a coach or teacher or whatever at any school. That's good, Jimbo. I could care less. I mean, I'm not one to go real life on people. Won't ever do it. Don't have a desire to do it.
Well,
But
that's the thing, though. That's the thing, though. And I know this as well as, well, I know this for a fact. I know that when you go to work for a school system, they do a background check on you. And I know you've got 2 fresh charges, Jimbo. Okay. So it doesn't matter. Even if you go to get hired, you're going to have to pass that background check.
right.
No, oh, that won't show up on there. You never know, man. You never know. Like I had my fucking marijuana conviction show up, and they told me when I hired in that it was okay, that it was so long ago it didn't matter. And then the school board said, yeah, it does matter. And so they had to let me go. So I'm pretty sure you stealing dogs and you ripping off Walmart and getting banned from there might have something to say about you getting hired in for a school, okay? And if you got somebody sort of like Clark that's, going to deputize you and all this other dumb shit, you dumb motherfucker, who cares about fucking good old boy fucking bullshit, man? That don't mean nothing to nobody, man. That's as strong as Ernie's Kentucky Colonel's fucking little thing, man.
Fucking
It's the
Kentucky.
same kind of shit. It's nothing without somebody's help. And you seem to always have somebody's help, one way or another, and I'm sure you're manipulating, just like Ernie. Like, honestly, you talk shit about what Ernie did to Dr. Sack. What did you do to Dr. Sack? Huh? I don't think he's the only one that scammed the man. I don't think he's the only one that took advantage of that man. I think you both did. It's documented that Ernie did. But did Dr. Sack before he passed? Well, he didn't get a chance to say anything. So I wonder, did you?
Oh, I didn't. Oh, that's right. I forgot that he passed away. It's always convenient how these people pass away.
Do any more time to
See, that's the thing.
Yeah, it will.
We're here on YouTube. everybody knows what Jimbo is in real life. He is on YouTube. What I'm in real life, I'm on YouTube, right? I'm a pothead, right? I'll take it. I don't care. I've always bragged about it. Fuck that. I'm still a better person, regardless of what I smoke and don't smoke. All right, Jimbo. But I'll say this. Even before you came here, your ass was a fucking thief. And it's documented. And you've continued it. Not just on the YouTube streets, but while you're running around on the YouTube streets, you're doing it in real life too.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of
Like,
documentation on
you're
that.
a thief. I'm a pothead. Which one would y'all want to be considered?
I'd rather be
You
considered
know?
a pothead for sure.
I'm going reefer all fucking day. Not some thief, lying, scamming bitch.
Kimper,
Regardless if he likes it or not.
check your message, your messenger.
Taylor, and I appreciate you hanging out with us, and we're going to try to avoid that drama. You know, I'm not going to get all mad. I'm not going to say I'm never going to get mad, but I'm not going to get mad tonight for sure and fly off the handle. Drama it don't do any good, does it? Have y'all seen anything positive come out of the drama? If somebody has seen something positive come out of the drama, if you could just comment what that was, like what positive thing you saw come from drama, I'd love to see it.
Yeah, Ernie's ass getting thrown in jail was a positive thing, in my opinion. I don't know about anybody else's, but I thought that was pretty damn positive.
And I'm being dead serious here. I mean, really, if you really think there's something positive that happened from all the drama, let me know. I mean, even, with Ernie Shell getting arrested, right? Some people think that's positive.
Yep.
I mean, is it? What good did it do? That's my only question.
Got him to finally face his charges that he's been running around, running away from for how long? Far too long. So yeah.
Yeah, but he's trying to pander to Ernie right now.
Oh,
sort of like that little message he sent in the Discord to Ghost. That's all it was pandering. He's trying to work people against each other.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to do the same shit. He's trying to get Ernie so he can help out Ernie and Ernie can help him out. You know how it goes.
Oh,
We
yeah.
seen it with the fist bump last time. If y'all ain't seen the fist bump, go to my channel. It's one of the last videos that I've posted. And just know that's real life. That's what they do. And he's the one that was talking smack about Ernie being what I think Ernie is Ernie's teacher, man. Fuck him.
Right.
That's a real deal, man. Look at him. Like everything he did yesterday, we've seen it 1,000 times already on YouTube on Ernie's channel by Ernie.
Mm-hmm.
That's the craziest hypocrisy. Okay, I'm good. Sorry.
It's okay. I was actually looking for that fist bump movie or a video.
Has anyone seen a man that likes red couches today? Mr. Shell's parole officer, I have no idea what you mean, but no, I don't know. Hey, Julie, how are you? Julie, it's so good to see you in chat. It really is. I'm glad you're here. Hey, Shay, nothing positive that I know of has occurred. No one wins in drama, in my opinion. You're exactly right, Shay. You're exactly right. No one wins. You can't, there is no winner. And really, and I'm not saying this like calling somebody a loser, but really, everybody involved.
One of the great challenges in this world is knowing enough about a subject to think you're right.
Loses. Everybody. It's not good. It's not good for your health. It's not good for anybody's health. Oh yeah, Mr. Scott. People live for that. People will always be wrapped up in the drama. If it ain't here, it'll be somewhere else. People love it. Hey, I used to be one of those people. I choose not to now. I choose not to take part in it.
He chooses not to take part in any of the drama, but that is what this entire live was about, and which will be the entirety of his future lives.
No. What was the first red flag? Honestly, it was the lies about the supposed wreck that he lied about, and then He went on to lie about the whole Walmart shopping trip and everything else. Just it started unraveling within a week of each other.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the first red flags, and then we started looking and talking, and all of us were like, "Okay, yeah, this is way off. We got to go."
I
And we
mean, as
left.
you cannot already tell, Jimbo's really, really smooth about twisting things to fit his agenda and to hear what he wants you to hear, throughout this entire life. No matter how many receipts we show you, he like coming up, he'll start talking about um the Ernie Fund money, and then he'll start talking about his house in the tornado. And
Yeah, we know that was bullshit because Brad drove up to the house. That house is still intact, and there was no tornado damage. Not even a fucking half mile, bro. Don't even try.
no.
I
So
want to say it was. I think if I remember correctly, Brad said it was like 2 miles away. And for a tornado, that's quite the distance.
hmm
I mean, Michigan has their share of them. Trust me.
there, yeah. For me, it definitely started with the car wreck, and then I started going back, and then a bunch of other things started throwing up red flags when I went
Well,
back.
see, that's the thing. During the car wreck thing, a lot of us were getting messages. Okay, so I did not receive the person's name that was supposedly driving that hit him. Okay,
Yeah.
but he did give it to someone else. We researched that name, could not find said person.
hmm
We could find said person at 39 years old, but not 18 or 19 like Jimbo said.
hmm
And was supposedly high on meth. So she was supposed to be getting charged. So there was no arrest or anything ever. We still got people looking as recently as last week.
Not even.
That wreck is still bullshit. So, like I'm saying, that wreck, that's what done him in. That's when we all started looking around and started comparing notes and be like, oh shit, this is what he's saying to me, and this is what I've got, and blah blah blah. And here we are.
Yeah, flying down the road with a broken collarbone, moving that
Yep.
arm to adjust the camera. I'm sorry,
Broken ribs and he's screaming. Right. Okay.
that's not going to happen.
No, never will happen. I don't care how fucking tough you are. You're not going to be screaming like he was with 4 broken ribs. He's not going to be adjusting his rearview mirror or his camera on his desk with a broken collarbone. Not
Right.
going to happen. Like if
I
he
don't care
just
how.
got to the level of the collarbone, he was raising his hands above his fucking head.
Yeah, I don't care
You're
how.
not doing that with a broken collarbone and 4 broken ribs. Because you can imagine the pull on those ribs when you're doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now throw the screaming into it too. Yeah, you're not. No, you're an idiot. Your lies are worse than Ernie, man. Like you're really trying some fucked up dumb shit, dude, and we all see it.
Right.
So you can come back and talk about Mickey Steins. You can come back and talk about who the fuck ever you want to talk about, dude. Bottom line is you're a scamming piece of shit. Bottom line is you're going to have a very hard time on these YouTube streets. You think today was rough? Nah, man, this ain't shit. Just wait until you don't get anybody in your chat. Nobody active. Like, what was there, 5 last night? 6 last night? Something like that were active?
That were
Out of like
active.
150 or 160? Yeah. Like, we go live at 2 in the morning and 121. He wants to say, oh, y'all got 90. Like, bitch, we were doing better than Ernie while he was live. And we don't even consistently go live. As a matter of fact, when we go live, most people don't know we're going to go live. We just go live. There's no consistent pattern or programming or none of that shit. But we still pull what we pull. And what you don't understand and what you're upset about is ours ain't all haters watching Jimbo, not our haters.
Right.
They're your haters and Ernie's haters. They're not hating on us. But when they're watching your fat ass, you flabby, loose skin motherfucker.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm talking to you, you little man. I've seen you, Jimbo. You've threatened to whip so many people's asses, and you can barely get up to go piss. As a matter of fact, you look like you're hunched over pissing all the time. But you're going to whip all these people? You're going to act like you're better than me? Like you can whip my ass? You know better, Jimbo. You couldn't swing on somebody without passing out, you old motherfucker. And I ain't saying you're physically old as far as like age. I'm saying your body, about 100, and you're acting like you got a fucking cock. Nope. That's, yeah.
Right.
I'm not even going to go there, but the whole
Johnny,
fucking point.
Right now, not an open panel because I don't want to get off track about what we're trying to go over. But at the end, possibly, depends on how late it is because I know it says another thing.
Yeah, I don't know how much more I'm going to be able to go.
Yeah. We go live so late because Kemper doesn't get off work until late. And that's another thing.
Plus, there's a 3-hour time difference, so if I could go early for me might be way too early for you.
Yeah, because it's only 11 o'clock my time.
Right.
But we get a lot of our views for people doing replay because they're all in bed when we're live.
Right.
But, so.
It is what it is. It's a big time difference. It happens.
Right.
I work 7 days a week. I can't help that. So.
Right. That's why I was wishing I had my damn cheat sheet with the timestamps because I wanted to skip through a bunch of this crap. I'll have to. While we're listening to this, I'm going to get on my phone and see if I can't find the other.
He's going to university. That's funny.
What was that?
Oh, hell yeah. This
I'm not in the StreamYard. What'd they say?
Says there's no way he's going to university. The class will be over by the time he gets to his chair.
Oh, God. Hey, Ruby.
No, they'd probably allow him.
Things I could say.
He'd have to have a few handicap ramps and shit. So.
Right.
So he can trot up. He can't. He can't handle stairs.
Right, Markella. Johnny, if there's something that you have a question about or something, more than welcome to put it in chat and see if it's something that we can answer for you.
Let it rip.
I'm trying to. It's not. There we go.
But I'm not going to. Not right now. I know old Matty Kemp that day he posted some big long message in Discord. Warned me,
We already went over that.
And then you turn around and
I saw the 30-second pink salt trick in a viral video.
Every time you move
Weeks
it, it's
later, they
happen.
stopped to call me delusional when they saw.
Decide you don't like me anymore. That's on you.
Yeah.
It's on you. Listen, I'm no fan of Mama T, but this couple from up in Indiana there, they broke up with Mama T's, so to speak, and then they want her to pay them back for all the money they donated. Well, that ain't how it works. Now, if you loaned her money, that's a different story. But if you donate somebody money, you don't ask for that back. You give somebody something.
See, that's the thing there, Jimbo, is I know what you're trying to insinuate at, but this money that you're talking about was a loan to you.
Oh, yeah. He definitely owes quite a bit of money that he said he would pay back. And one of those loans happens to be Thelma's bond.
Yep. Which he gave to his daughter for band trip.
Yep.
For
Instead of giving it back to the person that gave it to him, sent it to fucking shopping trip or whatever or shopping for a band trip for Molly. Yeah, that's your priorities, Jimbo. That's why you do what you do. That's why you're a piece of shit. Yeah, I said that. You're a piece of shit for giving someone else's money to your daughter to go spend frivolously.
Right.
That's fucked up, dude. You're not showing her any kind of fucking responsibility. And it's a dirty dog move, man. That's pretty much what that is. And that's one of the many reasons why people walk the fuck away from you. And then you want to say, well, if you walk away from me and I owe you, then I don't owe you no more. Yeah, fuck you. That karma will come back, Jimbo. And I hope that every day that you have left on this earth, you suffer. that it is hard as fuck. I hope by the time it's done, you don't remember nobody with your lying ass about dementia. You're a piece of shit. I've actually watched my loved ones pass from dementia.
Yeah, me
You
too.
cocksucking piece of shit.
I took care of one of my grandmothers daily when she
Exactly.
had dementia, and it was hard,
Yep.
very hard to
For him
go.
to try to use that, that's Ernie and his cancer.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't having dementia. That's what they told me. No, they didn't even run tests for it, asshole.
Yeah. Mm.
Nope.
Mm-mm-mm.
No, I know you're in such bad shape that it's possible. Yes. Just like having tumors and cancers and shit. That's possible. I know it is for you.
Right.
Hell,
So,
for anybody our age, it's very possible. But to be using that shit to play on people's sympathy, because that's exactly what the wreck was right before your shoplifting trip. That's what that was a sympathy grab. Because you fucked up, you went off in a live stream and showed your ass, and everybody saw it, and that's pretty much what helped the tides turn. And then catching you in this lie about your wreck so you can get sympathy in people's, oh, Jimbo, don't worry about it. We're not going to do that. No, it wasn't going to happen that way, dude. Did you notice? Because all but like maybe 10 people left. That's it.
mm-hmm.
And you know it, Jimbo. And not just all but 10. The core, the main part of the channel, not the other dry baggers. Okay?
Yeah.
And I know it's triggering her right now, but that's all she ever fucking did. Dry bag. I'm glad she's not in these chats. If you know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even have to say her name. But it's funny. That's who he has to rely on now, huh? E-beggars unite. Right, Paige?
Right. Betsy's tagged the wreck was to cover up for going after Paisley and Honey. That too.
Yep.
I mean, that's vicious.
That's exactly. And then he wanted to play that and thought he was going to get away with it, and then he just got caught up in it. Like, we weren't believing it, Jimbo. By hour number 2, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
Somebody ain't changed their underwear. Somebody shitting themselves. That's what's happened here. Because I had no plans to go on another panel with him. Anybody that had talked to me in that time period knew after that live stream where he was fucking around with the old Gimme Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was done.
Yeah. The
I
man.
watched it. I seen it go down. I was done. No, you can have that dumb shit. And trust me, guys, not all hillbillies act like these fools. I promise you.
God, I hope not.
No, they don't. I promise. Ain't nothing like this shit. A true hillbilly will whoop these motherfuckers' ass, and they know it.
Right.
They wouldn't be putting up with this shit. They better be glad. And they know I'm speaking the facts. I might not be from Kentucky, but I'm from Appalachia, bitch. And obviously, some of y'all haven't taken the actual raising of Appalachia. Y'all ain't got shit on it, dude, because you don't know shit about it. You don't know how to abide by the law. You don't know how to do what's morally right. You always got to do shady shit.
Yeah.
That's you, Jimbo.
Okay.
Well, that's not bad. I mean, not the way I was raised anyway. Taylor, what good is exposing a scammer when groups of people end up getting swatted, harassed, CPS called, jobs lost, mental health wrecked? Drama is not safe and healthy way to get content and extra cash. Amen, Taylor. And that's another thing. I'll just go ahead and tell you all. I did reach out to Ghost, and I sent him a message.
Oh.
And I said, basically right up front, I could go look at the message and read it to you. But here's the gist of it. I basically said, listen, I'm not doing this for you, and I'm not doing it for whoever. It's not for content. It's not for YouTube. But if you will have law enforcement or CPS reach out to me, I will in turn hand them over a recording of a phone call where the perpetrator of the false CPS call is telling me they're going to go, quote unquote, nuclear.
Okay. I'm going to stop right there. Has he ever provided this supposed phone call to anybody?
No, and I wanna say something about that. Not once in my life have I ever heard of anybody telling Jimbo who actually called CPS. Like, this is something that he's never said to me privately. He's never really talked to me about it. But all of a sudden, he's got all of this information and knows all of this shit, supposedly.
Right. See, in my opinion, he is pissed because we're exposing all of his bullshit. So he's trying to basically gaslight, throw a bunch of people's names out there, like yours, Beth's, who else was it? Paisley and somebody new or somebody else, saying that you guys all knew about this when I was in the same Discord you guys were, and I've never seen anything mentioned about the CPS call. It, to me, it more or less seems like he's trying to get people to start battling with us. Like Peach and Ghost, to be pissed off, thinking that all you guys knew about this call and never said anything. In my opinion, I don't believe a word of it because I was in that Discord. I never saw anything about it. I mean, I remember people discussing it, asking as to who it was, but nobody ever saying.
But I mean, honestly, as far as that whole situation goes, I just find it real funny that he never said anything about the whole situation, really, only when it first happened. And just being honest with you, what he told me was Nick was surprised because Nick didn't even know where they lived.
Right.
That's what he told me.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing.
So all of a sudden now he's got all these deeds and she did this and everything, but he's never talked about it before. See, that's why I think what he's chosen to do was he's trying to basically take all the anger and the hostility that somebody has for him, and he's trying to deflect it to somebody else by saying, hey, I got something, but never show up with it. Because he knows how people on YouTube can be sometimes. They're going to jump right on it. Me, I like to follow through. I like to make sure it's all correct before I go with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he knows that people are quick to react, and it's not going to matter. All he's got to do is plant the seed, and then here it comes. And he knows that. He's done this before. That's what I'm watching him do.
Right.
And people can believe me, whatever. I don't care. Knowing his bullshit is now bullshit, I can see right through it. I can see everything he's fucking doing. It's weak, but that's what he's doing. He's trying to pit people against each other like a fucking schoolgirl.
It wouldn't be the first time he's done that either.
No, that's a pattern.
Right. And
that's thank you, Lightning
Viper. Thank you, Lightning Viper, for, he says, BG, I also agree with you. I think it's an attempt to target Nicole and several other folks to his return would be less volatile. Exactly.
That's exactly what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Said differently, but yeah.
Right.
He's trying to take the aggression that people have and pit it against others by planting bullshit lies.
Right. And
I think he's going to pull some more, but watch how much proof he brings.
Right. And after his whole rant about AI bullshit, I'd be really trying to, question.
Well, I would be skeptical of anything he brings, first of all, but especially after he said that.
Right.
You know?
Because, he wants the target to be off of him. He wants the crosshairs off of him and trying to deflect it over to anybody else he possibly can. Because, if Viper was going to offer him $500, why wouldn't he take it if he had the actual proof?
Why would he allow the entire channel to walk away when he could just prove that he was in the fucking wreck?
That too.
Why would he do that?
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? Like, this is his pattern.
Also
this is
goes
what he does.
It also goes towards the tornado. He still, in that live, says there was a tornado. It destroyed the house.
That tornado did not touch that house.
Exactly. Like I said earlier, I made a very dummied down version of that video I made, just specifically about the house with
Right, because
overlay.
that's what his claim was in the phone call.
Oh yeah,
they're blessed.
Yeah, they're blessed. Hold on, before I forget, I'm just gonna play that because, this is really starting to fucking irritate me. Oops, wrong one. But yeah, there's so much shit I want to say. But I'm trying to not exactly have the potty mouth that I could have right now. So forgive me, everybody. Okay. Here is the dummied down version of the live where I had Brad go and record his drive up to Jimbo's house, which has been verified by several people that yes, this was his house. So try again and tell me that this isn't your house.
Oh, see, that's the thing. I've been to that house.
Right.
And that's exactly the same house that I went to.
Mm-hmm.
The parking lot, like the little awning. It wasn't even an awning. It's not attached to the building. It's like a little detachable carport. One of those like half pole barn things. Yeah.
Thank you, Viper. He says, Kemper, you've come a long way from the stand, and it means something to some of us. Keep doing you, dude.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, this is Kemper.
But no, I've been to that house. I've been around the outside of that house quite a bit. Actually, probably more than I have the inside of that house because I smoke.
Right.
I can't smoke inside, so I had to be outside to do that. But that was the house that I went to the same time I went to Ernie's arraignment.
Mm-hmm.
Same exact house. And it's still standing. There's not trees taken down. There's nothing around that house that got hit by a tornado.
Not even a twig. A twig, a leaf, nothing out of place. But yeah, watch. Okay, you'll see. I dummied this down, put overlays of maps and everything on it, so be more specific for certain people. And if I can get the damn thing to play.
Are you tired of K9 crap carrying? If not, you should be. There's just no way to look cool while carrying a flimsy...
Okay, here we go. Hey, Highland.
We have lived in a shithole. Luckily for us,
Nobody.
we got evicted. You know the house we got evicted from doesn't exist anymore. Tornado took it out. 2 people living there are dead.
Yeah, thanks again, Brad, for doing this.
Road.
Are you tired of canine crap carrying? If not, you should be. There's just no way to look cool.
I so hate commercials.
And across the way from Sunny Hills Division. This just shows the path of devastation. I went right through this motherfucker. Look at this truck.
I mean, look at all that.
She's just streaming it, filming it.
It's gone.
Look how lucky some of these people got, and some of them didn't. Yeah.
Night, Louise.
This is right behind my PayPal Dons. Literally, I'll show y'all right here. Yeah, people's whole house gone. Now, this is Court Road. I'm going to take y'all to France Road again. By the way, France Road is south of here. The tornado went east that way towards Perry County, Leslie County. On Highway 80, had Rogers Parkway. It did not come down this way.
Yeah, Jimbo said that the airport was a half mile. See, there's Jimbo's house. There's the airport. That is more than... Well, there's his house right there. I don't know. To me, that's a little bit more than a half mile. Hey, Donna.
People like Jimbo Collins allege it did not come down Highway 25 East. Coming out from Court Road on to 225 East. So now we're on Highway 25 East.
See, this is where he was coming out of, this little road. It comes like this. And Jimbo's house is way over here. So hopefully everybody gets it now with these maps. So, yeah.
Yep, there's just another of many lies.
Oh, yeah.
Many lies. Like, literally everything he talks about, he lies.
I just can't believe he still insists last night in that live that the house had $75,000 worth of damage to it.
Honestly, though, I'm going to be real about this. I can see why so many people were so fucking aggravated with Jimbo.
Yeah.
Seeing how much he lies and how much is fake. I get it, man. I get the aggravation. I'm sorry I ever defended the motherfucker. I really am. And just know I will never, ever defend him on anything. You want to kick his ass? Kick his ass.
Right.
You ain't going to hear nothing but me or nothing from me except for applause.
Yeah, Spidey Van, just like Ernie.
Yep. Fuck him.
Towards France Lane. Tornado, like I said, it went that way. If you're not in the direct path of a tornado, you're not going to die from it. No damage down this way. And that's France Lane. Back on France Lane. So there's supposed to be tornado damage down here, and I call bullshit. Ain't nothing nowhere.
Notice the trailer?
Stay straight.
Yep.
There's the trailer. This map that I'm showing right here is a
The house
Google.
is on the other side of that trailer.
Yeah, it's up the road up here. This here is a Google Earth map. Unfortunately, Google Earth did not drive up this road, because it's a private drive. But so I couldn't go up that way with the Google Earth. But there's the trailer, and you see in Brad's video, they're driving up on the trailer.
Straight on up. Huh? No damage, no goddamn brake comes up here.
Wait, back that up just a little bit.
We'll say that back end right there. You see that?
Right here?
That little back corner is where his office was. There's actually a little porch, and like you have the main part of the house, which is what you see right there at the front, and then
Right here.
it goes around the side, and it's got its own deck and its own little steps and stuff, and that's where his office was. Which, when he gets up here to the top, he's going to be almost where they had the parking cover.
Yeah.
If you go straight through, that's what they considered the front of their house, but that's where all their bedrooms were.
Yeah.
You didn't get to the living room until the back end, which is what you're seeing right here.
Yeah.
No damage, no goddamn brake comes up here.
Not even a freaking shingle ripped off the house.
Or trailers.
Yeah, and broken down trailers still there. And there's the parking. That's the door that you're talking about.
Yep. That's pretty much the front door. That's the little parking cover. You can fit 2 cars, I believe, end to end in it. And Ernie talked about the safe. The safe used to sit up underneath that parking thing right there.
Oh.
They never used it. It just sat outside up underneath the parking cover. That's why it was such a joke.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's the front door. That's where the boys' rooms were at the end, Hunter and James's, and then went around, and that's where James or Jimbo and Thelma's, and then the girls were in the back, close to the office.
Look at these trees. First of all, this carport right here is standing. And if there was any severe wind, you would think there would be some branches broke, maybe some.
Well, the thing is, though, and I don't know if you noticed and will notice how much trees around there, but there's literally most of that driveway is lined with trees, and it goes around in a circle, and the entire property is surrounded by trees. Like, to be able to see where Jimbo was saying he was going to call the law, or whatever it was, that was the tree line right there on the backside where we just seen. That's where that was. But there was nothing but trees there. So if a tornado came through there, it's not just going to throw a couple of trees. It's going to, you're going to see it.
Well, you saw
if that makes any sense.
You saw with Brad's driving up there was trees unrooted. They were laying on their sides.
Right, but that's the thing, though. Where we saw a lot of the damage at before he got to where Jimbo was, on the way up to where Jimbo was, there was nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
And there was more stuff there to throw than there was down at the bottom parts where he was driving through at first.
Right.
Like, it was pretty much, it wasn't a mountain, but it was a hill. It might as well have just been the same. It wasn't something small. You know what I mean? It's a foothill.
Right. And from where the reports that I heard, because it went through Sunnyside House Division or something like that. That subdivision right there, it flattened houses over there, which is several miles away from Jimbo's house. Several.
Right. But like I said, there's so many trees and so much woods there. If it even got close to it, you would have known it. That house wouldn't have been damaged without that entire fucking hillside being wiped out.
Right. Betsy's
That's
tag.
how many trees are there.
Was this where the cars got shot up? Yeah, I mean, they were somewhere parked around where Brad's turning
Oh, they
around.
were down like the way we're looking. They were on the right hand side.
Yeah.
Down that little hill, that slope, because there's a
Yes.
slope, and then it overlooks the driveway.
Yeah.
And there was a little parking area, and that's where they had it there.
It's kind of hard to see in the video because.
And that's how they're saying it was shot, was from the angle down below on the hill.
Yeah.
413.
France Road.
Ain't nobody letting no tornadoes up here. Might be some doubt.
Yep.
I mean, not one of those.
See, look at all those trees, man. You think that a tornado is going to knock that damn thing out, and you're not going to see the damage?
Right.
Oh, it had this part hit. No, dude. If any of that house got hit, the entire hillside would be wiped out.
Right. And there's nothing. Oh, Donna, it's 3.9 miles from his address to the Corbin Airport. Huh. Interesting. Now, yeah, y'all remember the I'm calling the cops from up on top of that hill looking down? This is that field where Thelma and the man in that trailer, as you're coming up, they were in this area when he was yelling, I'm going to call the cops, I'm going to call the cops. So try to say again, this is not the property, Jimbo.
No damage nowhere around here. Bounce straight back the way you come. That's crack 40 TV. Jimbo Collins, you a lying ass bitch. You heard me? Ain't no damage, no goddamn tornadoes down here. It's all up that way towards where my papa lives and my mom runs dope with Wolfie. If anybody wants to donate to the Shriners, go to their website. If anybody wants to donate to the goddamn tornado relief funds, go to FEMA. Well, not FEMA, find a legit London organization and donate.
Yeah.
All right, Van, where are we going? To the beach. We're going to the beach, and this is Van's Angel Sense.
And I appreciate Brad for saying to donate to the actual real funds that are taking, donations for the relief for the tornado.
So it was a blessing.
I know. Blessing. God's looking out for me. Really is.
Just disgusting. Disgusting. My favorite saying. So, yeah. Tell me again, Jimbo, that your house blew down. Please. Tell me again. Fucking liar. And what's just so disgusting is that real people lost their lives. Real people lost everything. But yet you want to lie. And then in your live last night, you say, why would I say these things? There's people out there, why would I say this on a live when people can go and verify? Yeah, dipshit. Exactly. Why would you when, boom, here you go? It just so fucking irritates me. I just don't get it.
Me either.
Okay. Let's get back to the other shit show.
That they don't give a damn anymore. Okay. So I was going to give that, see if justice was going to be done. Off the record, nobody would know.
Fucking lied there too.
Right, Cowgirl Heart. Nobody gets a free t-shirt, right? Did you get one, Cowgirl Heart? Did you win one or something and didn't get it?
Oh. Yeah, Jimbo, I won 2 shirts in which, yeah, I did pay for them because you had a wheel that you put up for everybody who donated money. You had a wheel and that you would spin. So yeah, you owed me 2 shirts, but nah, I don't want them. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Anyway, so going on with what I'm talking about here. Anybody that's trying to be distracting, we can just delete those comments. I won't have to look at them anymore. But
you don't want to hear the truth.
So Ghost was like, "Well, thank you. Your friend sure did. Okay, which friend?
Okay.
Which friend didn't get their T-shirt?
Skip this. Sorry, y'all. I'm still trying to find the timestamp that I'm looking for.
All right. Bye. Now you can hang out and listen all you want, but you just can't chat no more, Cowgirly. So anyway.
Yeah, he kicks everybody out you don't want to hear from.
It's just insane. And I split what money was actually given to between Markella and Nicolina for finding Ernie. I kept 0. The money that was actually given, not the money that was pledged and nobody ever sent. We'll go over that too because Kemper's real good for that.
Liar, fat mouth.
But
such a liar and a fat mouth.
He's stupid.
Pledges $5,000 and then don't give it. Well, I'm not going to give it for him. That's not on me. Now I did split a few $1,000s between Nick and Lena.
A few thousand.
Markella. So.
Okay. He split a few $1,000s between Markella but it has been proven that he only paid $450 each. So where's the rest that you supposedly split with them? You just proved your own lie right there, Jimbo. I mean, come on. You just take that shovel. Keep digging yourself that grave, dude. Because, yeah.
Yep.
You're debunking your own lies right here.
Get him.
Hey, thank you for re-upping, Mr. Scott.
Oh, trust me, I got more I want to say later on.
Anyway, so I knew there was going to be people like this coming in, and we'll deal with it as much as we can, and then we'll just move on from them. It's like, I don't even remember what I was talking about there. Oh, Ghost. All right. So, all right. So I told him, this is not for content. This is not for you. This ain't for your wife. I did say, tell your wife I'm sorry because I should have done the right thing a minute earlier. I should have. I should not have covered for the person who did that. Absolutely, I was wrong, and I admit it. Kemper, you were wrong too because you knew that you didn't say anything either. Paisley, you knew.
Whatever, right? Dude.
This is what we were just talking about. This is what I was just talking about before about him gaslighting, trying to get people.
This is exactly what we were all saying earlier, what he's trying to do. He's trying to deflect the negative energy away from him onto other people by lying.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he's fucking doing, dude. I knew you're a lying son of a bitch. I didn't know shit about that. I had questions that never got answered about that.
That's the thing. A lot of us questioned a lot of things and never got answers.
Right. So
He would
I
never.
don't know a lot of the story because I just never seen anything that's concrete. Hey, this happened this way. Like, I've never seen any of that. All I know is there was claims that CPS was called. Okay. Who did it? I've never seen concrete evidence.
No, not one.
I've not said anybody did, and I've not said anybody hasn't. I'm just saying I've never seen any evidence that shows me that it was done that way.
Yeah.
So, and it's not a concern of mine. And again, Jimbo trying to deflect. He wants to create drama so he can try to get away with bullshit.
Yeah,
And fuck you, Jimbo. We ain't gonna let you do that, dude.
Yeah, he wants that bullseye off the middle of his little forehead right there.
I'd like to know where I knew.
Right?
About who called and how the whole fucking thing happened. I'd love to fucking know about that. I've been wanting to know about that. I just don't know about that, Jimbo.
Yeah.
And honestly, Jimbo, I really don't think you know as much as what you're claiming. I just don't. I was around you at that time. You didn't say much about it. The only thing you were doing was trying to figure out how you can get rid of Ghost and Bird fucking with you, and how you can get traitors to shut up and her mom to shut up and all this other shit. That's what you were concerned with. Meanwhile, I was concerned with the reason we showed up to YouTube. I wanted to refocus on Ernie, and you know that.
That's what makes me think that Jimbo and Ernie were never not friends during that whole entire time, because he deflected a lot of that shit.
I don't know about friends, but they definitely talked.
Yeah.
Looking back at everything, there had to be conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Beth, you knew. So don't play games, guys. That's hypocritical.
Wow.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Where did we know?
Well, show everybody how all of us knew. Show everybody who called. Show us.
That's the thing, though, Kimber. He can't. This is
Hold
all.
on. Didn't he say to Ghost that he's not going to make this content, but he's making it content, right?
Right. Well, he wouldn't even.
You have your law enforcement or your lawyer contact me, and bullshit. I'm calling bullshit.
That's what I was
saying that Jimbo is a straight up fucking liar. He ain't got nothing.
Right. That's what I was saying a second ago with Viper saying that, he'd pay him $500 to send the video or the clip of whatever he had, supposedly, of this person saying that they're the one who made the phone call. And Viper was offering him money for it. Now, I'm pretty damn sure Jimbo would not turn down fucking money for something. I can almost guarantee. I mean,
$500 especially.
We saw proof of that with the 1700.
I mean, he took $50 for Shelby's letters from Benny. Benny bought him from.
Right.
And Benny sat there and burned them.
And I mean, shoot, there's a $1,700 that's missing.
Right.
So we know he's not above and beyond taking money for something.
That's definitely incentive for a person that always thinks about the cash.
Yeah.
But again, he's not going to show any of this, just like he's not going to show any of his wreck, right? That wreck that he supposedly had, busted collarbone, 4 broke ribs, dislocated disc, fractured vertebrae, his head was swelling. They were hoping that they wouldn't have to do surgery through the night because he wasn't responsive and all this other fucked up shit you tried to make us believe, Jimbo.
Paralyzed.
Yep. I can't feel my legs.
Brain swelling.
No, you just probably ain't got no circulation down there in them old ass legs, Jimbo. That's probably what the problem is.
Oh God.
What?
Sorry. I just remember a photo that someone shared. I'm not even going to go there. But you're talking about the circulation. Never mind. Sorry. I couldn't. I'm going to mute out.
I'm looking at chat here.
But yeah,
I'm going to do
yeah,
some
he's full
updating.
of
I'm
this.
going to pay for a StreamYard subscription that's got more, things. I've got all the stuff from our old stuff here, but hey, Amethyst, I missed you too. It sure is good to see you.
Have you ever been haunted because you suck at staying organized? No? Good, because I have. And that's
So here we are. Let's get back to the ghost situation, because even though that man threatened my son, and he does have an active warrant for him for that, by the way. But even though he threatened
That
my
was
son,
another one, Paisley. Yep.
and
Forgot about that.
him and his little buddy came up here and put out flyers and broke federal law, those law-abiding citizens, to try to harass and hurt my family. Even though they did that, I was still wrong by not coming forward.
Did he just say that he had a warrant, or has he not said that yet? I'm trying to think. Did I just miss it? Shit.
And at least telling authorities who made that CPS call. You see, now when I was told they were going to make a CPS call, I wasn't told.
See, this is what really, really bugs me. If he had this knowledge way back then, why didn't he ever forward this information at all to anybody?
That's what I've been saying for the past 30 minutes.
I know, but I mean, it's the same thing as Ernie saying that he knows what happened to the
But he never talked about it. He never said one fucking word, didn't act like he know or nothing. You know he would have been bragging about that shit if he'd have known about it.
Oh, yeah.
As much as he hated it. I'll say this. I will say this. I know that Jimbo was actively looking for somebody that would be willing to go and take out Ghost and Bird. And I ain't talking about whipping their ass. Now, he was looking for someone to rough Traders and her mother up too.
Sure. Wow.
Now, how far he went with that, I'm not sure. I just know it was reported to me that he did.
Oh, wow.
So if he's going to do that, you know he's going to brag about CPS going to their house.
Well, yeah.
I'm just saying.
Ay.
So if he's looking to bust kneecaps or worse, you think he's going to sit on that information and not even act weird? No, we would know one way or another. Would have been like, what's going on? What do you know? And he would have told somebody. But none of us have heard about it.
Yeah, he didn't say one fucking thing in Discord. Nothing.
Nothing. Not even in Messenger. Nothing. He didn't say shit. That's the point.
Yeah, I'm not going to fabricate something just to, to try to protect people because, that's not me. But he never said shit.
No, that's the whole point. It just proves again that he is the fucking liar that we've all known him to be now.
Right.
He's just trying to start shit. So I'm just saying, guys, if you want to believe him, go fucking believe him. I don't care. It's not on me. I ain't in that. But at the same time, it's right in front of you.
And out of all the people
when they show you, believe them.
Now, out of all the people who supposedly knew about this, do you not think one of those people might have said something?
Especially by now.
To somebody that, and it would either directly to Ghost and Peachy or to somebody where it would have gotten back to
It
them?
would have been known by now.
Exactly.
It wouldn't have taken long. It wouldn't have taken too many circumstances.
Yeah.
We know how things on the YouTube fucking streets work. That's what Jimbo thinks he knows. That's why he's trying the stunt. That's exactly why he's trying this stunt.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And I'm tired of calling it Ernie Shell shit. It's Jimbo Collins shit.
Yeah.
Am I leaving Ernie alone? No. But, like I said, I think Ernie learned it all from Jimbo. So,
of course.
You're worse than Ernie now, Jimbo. You've reached a level, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
I want to claim that Daddy Ghosty played house. No. I was told they were going to tell the truth about them feeding their children marijuana instead of taking them to the doctor. I'm down with that. That would be a good CPS call. You got proof? That's a good CPS call because that's child abuse, neglect. But I do not believe for 1 second that Ghost ever touched his daughter inappropriately.
Which Ghost earlier in his life showed 100% that is not the truth. That Jimbo has said many, many times that he thought, or he agreed and said that Ghost did something with his children. There he has said it.
Oh yeah, I heard him myself. I heard him say that myself.
But yet he's sitting here now saying that he's never believed it. But yet you went spouting out about
Why would he say it then?
Huh?
Why would he say it then?
What was he saying then? Is that he believes
Why
that... Oh, I can't hear you.
would he say it?
Well,
Jimbo, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He sat there. I heard him get nasty about that shit.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. It's so... Fuck off, Jimbo, with that lie. Again.
Like he's dumb.
And I think he's a real dick, but I don't think he's that. So, but Ghost reached back out to me. I don't know. It may have been a day later, maybe an hours later. I can't remember. So you split a few thousand between me and Nick. Did I hear you right? How much you get, Markella? I'll give you a second here before I block you too. How much you get? And there was like $2,200 that was sent total for the $5,500 reward. There was like $2,200 sent in. So you got $450. And what did you do?
Lemonade, pet, insurance. 3 words you've probably never heard used together. A drink, your...
But remember, just previously he said he split thousands.
Exactly. You have all the receipts. Yeah, I got them too. I was going to send you more money too, but like I told you, when they don't send it, I can't send it to you. So I got them all too, Markelly. You want me to put them up here on the screen? Goodbye. Trouble.
I bet my receipts are better than your receipts.
Troublemaker.
Troublemaker.
Right, Jimbo? Troublemaker.
Y'all see how easy that is? Boom, boom, she gone.
Boom, boom, she gone.
Okay.
Whatever.
So, all right.
Sorry, Michaela.
Anyway.
Can't even get
back
the
to the
truth out.
Pressing matter here about the fake CPS call. Like I said, I was going to right my wrong, but it wasn't for YouTube. It wasn't for content. So Ghost says, well, CPS said there's nothing they're going to do about it.
Lions.
But Angelo said he will give you $500 to send him the recording. Okay. So that earned Ghost being blocked. I don't want to have anything to do with Angelo. Not at all. Don't want anything to do with Angelo.
Don't believe that for a second.
Excuse.
I don't want his money.
Mm-hmm. Excuse because he
I don't want 500 from him. I don't want 5,000 from him. I don't want nothing from that man.
Okay, so let me understand this, if I understand correctly. He will reach out to Ghost and try and help Ghost out, but he won't take anything from Viper, from Angelo.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But yeah, he was looking for people to hurt Ghost.
Yeah.
Physically hurt Ghost.
Yeah.
How does that make sense? That he's going to reach out and be friendly to somebody he wants gone. You know what I'm saying? Like the logic isn't there, man.
No, it's not. It doesn't make
meth
sense.
math.
Meth math. Right.
And I sure didn't contact Ghost to try to squeeze money out of him for a recording.
Because you don't have it.
All right, moving on.
It's all fabricated.
No. They are. They really are crazy. What I'm going to need to do is and it's going to dox some people, but what I'm going to need to do is get all the receipts of the money that was actually sent in versus the money that was sent out.
Yeah, try to debunk my receipts there, Jimbo. I've shown their actual...
Yep, we beat you to it, Jimbo. Fuck you, bitch.
Right? So try.
Beat you to it.
I can't wait to see it.
You know, like I said, a promise of sending money is not actually sending money, right, Markella? Like I promised you, when I get this other money, I'm going to send you more, but I didn't get it, so I didn't send it. So, but according to your logic here, the promise of money is just as good. So we're good, right? So you didn't even actually locate Ernie. We know who did, right? Wasn't you? Wasn't you? Cops had eyes on him way before that.
Right, Mark?
Y'all played it off real good. You got me. It's okay. You got me. Enjoy that 450. Enjoy it.
450, yeah. 2,600.
All right. Let's talk about donations for a second.
Let's do it.
Kemper promised to donate money to E Squared's children.
Oh God, this again.
Hey Kemper, why don't you post that receipt? Post that receipt where you sent money. Post it where you sent it to E Squared's daughter, or where you sent it to me and it was for E Squared's daughter. Oh, that's right. You never sent it. How about the night when Christina, you know, the wonderful single mother
use
who
it from
raises
my half of the
child?
monetization, bitch. Like I
Right.
said.
Yeah, all the cash apps that were sent to him for you.
Yeah, he doesn't want me to show all the real receipts I've got where I've helped people with their medication for years.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. Phone bills for years. Literally. Nutrition drinks for people on chemo.
Mm-hmm.
For years. Fuck off, dude. You might have helped E Squared out, but you used her as a weapon, bro. You ain't got no fucking leg to stand on with this. None. You know it. You come back trying to swing. Swinging like a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, she's raising her child by herself. When she came in our chat, oh, Kemper got the hots real fast, real
I
bad.
forgot about that. I got the hots for her.
The hots for who?
Oh, shit. That was funny.
The hots?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh, God. Mm-hmm.
What you need? Well, I didn't ask this and that. I just asked how much it was because we can get it. We can get it, huh? So it's people
Oh, Christine. Okay. I didn't realize who he was talking about.
were pledging money. Kemper says, I'll throw 100. Hey, Kemper, how much did you send? I've even asked him. I've got receipts. I can show you. Kemper, you going to send that money?
All I got to say is I'm glad I sent my money directly to her.
Crickets. Acts like he couldn't even, like he didn't even read it. Just went right on to the next question. Nothing. Won't even respond to it. I asked him 2 or 3 times. I can't remember exactly how many. It's been a while. It's been a couple years now, it looks like. Seems like. Don't know. But
he doesn't even know.
Yeah, he's making up lies, and he can't. I don't know. Jesus.
The #1 food for regular BMs, huh? Okay, let's see.
Fastest way to clear out stuck poop is by...
Someday I will actually get the freaking YouTube thingy-majigger.
Sorry, I had to mute for a second. Anyway, Kipper never sent $100. Never sent $50. Never sent $20. Never sent 20 cents. Did you, Kemper? But you told her we could do it, and you said you was going to.
And we did do it. We actually surpassed our goal for Christina.
And that's what I was trying to say earlier, is when that happened and there was no not reward fund, no tablet fund to actually add to. And then turned out it bought tires so she can get him to and from his therapy.
Right.
He didn't even get the tablet.
Which personally I was okay with.
So if I remember correctly, I think 900 went to the tires and the rest of what was left she was given to use, and she had a wish list.
Yeah.
So Jimbo, what was I supposed to be donating?
Right.
She had her entire wish list purchased in the entire, like, the limit. Hey, we're going for 1,800. It was reached. But you're going to sit here and try to use that shit like a weak little bitch? That's how stupid you were looking last night, bro. You think everybody else didn't see these things happen? Because this was out in public, bitch. It wasn't like I was over here saying all this shit and not following through ever with anything, bro. And that's what you're trying to paint me as doing. I took my personal money and did all of the things that I did that I previously mentioned. I didn't take anything from the stand that I was part of. Was I owed it? I was until I said I didn't want it, yes. So don't act like you didn't get money off of my efforts, bitch. Oh, he didn't do nothing. Well, apparently, judging from last night's live stream, I carried your ass for a while. As a matter of fact, your channel was on the teetering until I came back. You remember that shit, right? When I came back, that's when it was the biggest it ever had been. Now, you had a few issues with rap, and this happened with this one and that one, and then, yeah.
Well, all those
A lot of people left.
All those
You
drama
know?
things he had to create so he can get more views. That's the whole thing. So.
But he wanted to do everything but cover Ernie.
Great.
I think I know why.
No.
What?
I said, I think I know why. Because they're exactly alike.
Mm-hmm.
The more we talked about Ernie, the closer we'd be to seeing Jimbo's bullshit.
Right. Wanted to avoid or pissing Ernie off and so much that he would slip and say something about it, about Jimbo's involvement in things, or yeah, I can see it.
No, you didn't. You didn't send her anything. Why did you promise and then not? Why did you promise to send E-Squared kids money and then not? Well, don't worry, Kemper. I covered you in both cases because I covered your money that you pledged because both of those ladies were my friends.
Now, have you noticed that most of the times that Jimbo ever, like what you said, Beth, that the most times he ever wanted to do raising money were people that were his friends? You know, it's kind of ironic in my opinion. But you said it exactly, Beth.
Are my friends. God rest his word soul. Right, Mr. Scott. Yeah, he's definitely not a Mr. Innocent. He sure tries to play off that though. Mm-hmm. We'll talk about that a little bit more too.
Way more innocent.
Put a black line over the name, just leave the first letter of it and last name. That way you're not doxing. Just saying. Well, yeah, technically it wouldn't be doxing, but people would know. But it doesn't matter, Margaret. If I blacked out everything, they would still claim I doxed them somehow or another. I've been around enough to know to see it too many times.
Oh, we'll talk about doxing here in a minute, bitch.
But yeah, we're gonna get this negativity out. This first string back, and then we're just gonna ignore it. But anyway, what is that?
I saw the 30-second pink salt trick in a viral video. Weeks later, they stopped to call me
Hang on a second, I'm adjusting my glasses here. All right. Man, Campy, we got 163 in chat, man. I heard you and Don Greenball or whatever she is. Heard y'all are killing it, right? Heard y'all get like sometimes 90 and 95 in chat.
No, that's wrong. Pretty much. How many do we have in here right now? 150.
I mean, we got 115, but that's beside the point.
Right.
He's mad because most of the ones watching right now are the ones that left him.
Yeah.
You know, he's sort of like the ugly girl at the dance kind of situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So
that's what he's upset about. And of course, the numbers matter to him.
Yeah.
And he's mad because the stand left him.
Yeah.
That's what he's mad about.
Just killing it.
Going regardless of what I did, Jimbo.
Yeah, well, shoot. How many did we have at our very first live? We had over 200 and...
Yeah, but it's still the point.
I know, but I mean,
that's
so...
why he's making it a point, because they matter to him.
Okay. You know.
We have nothing to be ashamed of. I promise you that.
Exactly.
We handle our business for people that don't go live all the time. We're not going to carry the fucking numbers that people, they're going to go live tonight at midnight. No, they're not going to do that.
We get
so there's not that expectation. So there's not going to be the attendance of that.
Exactly.
And he knows that. That's what I'm saying. Fuck the numbers. Fuck him.
Kipper, why
He's
don't you tell
trying to get
people
a rise. Don't let him.
You're such a hard-working man. Let's be honest about it. I mean, you got a lot of stuff to say about me, don't you?
But
You accuse
quality,
me of
not
murder.
quantity anyway.
You realize
what?
I said it's quality, not quantity anyway.
Right.
Like I said, it's about the people that left him, and he's butthurt because that was all them dollars.
Yeah.
How's that? Mama Davis Kemper is in Michigan somewhere, living in a hotel that he claims he don't live in.
Never denied it.
But that's just another lie he spread. Oh no, I don't live in a hotel. I don't. No. Yeah, you do. You know you do.
Never said he.
Why do you live in a hotel? Because your roommates couldn't stand you, right? Tell the truth, Kippy. You had to go. And all right, here's what it is, right? Is that one of these famous YouTube saying?
I had 2 weeks to find a place and sign a lease.
It's good to see Mama
Davis.
Davis.
Do that, so I got a hotel. You dumb bitch.
Right. Kim Louise, right. I still want to know why his housewife couldn't ever thank each person that ever helped her family. Every time she said, I love my Stan family, it's because we were keeping the family alive. Couldn't said it better myself.
Yep. Well, she only said it because it meant dollars for her. It meant new shoes, concerts, was it Pioneer Woman, whatever the fucking...
Pioneer Woman, yeah.
Yeah, that bullshit, whatever. All that dumb shit. That's the only reason she ever said anything. That's the only reason she got close to anybody at the stand was for money. That's why it was Mystery Lady.
Yep.
It tempted other people. Absolutely did. But they saw through it now.
Hey, Nicolina.
So, Kimpy likes to throw out some accusations and act like he's a tough guy. I remember, I don't know, nearly 4 years ago, I guess, by this time. But Kemper was, hey, don't worry, girl, what's wrong? Kemper was...
yes, do not pause.
It was one of those nights when Ernie was pretending like he was in Michigan, right? Oh, Kemper. Kemper goes in Discord panicking. Oh, my God, what I do? I'm going to call the law. I got to call the law. Well, why, Kemper? Why didn't you just go out there and beat the brakes off of him like you said you was going to? Well, you know the reason why you didn't, because you can't. But, sorry. Everybody can't be a tough guy. It's cool. Mama Davis, as far as I know, he is. I think so. I think somebody said he was live earlier. Maybe Charlie K told me that, I think. But yeah. What do you mean I don't do drama, Cheeky? Did I say I don't do drama? Where do you see that at? Where is that on a community post? Did those words come out of my mouth that I don't do drama? No, I said I was going to try to avoid it, but we're going to go ahead and get it out of the way on this first string back. Pay attention. Now, you can pay attention from the sideline because you just got blocked.
How many want to bet that?
So he wants to say that Ernie had me scared and me running into Discord, not knowing what to do. Now, I'm sure that a lot of you have seen the interaction with me and Ernie.
Yeah.
Does it ever look like I'm scared of Ernie? Ever?
Yeah.
It's actually quite the opposite. Ernie rage quits from panels before I even reach the panel.
Right.
Then he comes back to the panel to rage quit again.
Hey, Redstone. Right.
I couldn't tell you how many times I've made that motherfucker rage quit. You know how I get to do that? Because I can play with his emotions that way. Period.
Yeah, I've never seen you back down or cower down to Ernie.
No, but it's been the opposite.
Oh, God, yeah.
You know, of course, Jimbo is going to try to act like the bad guy, the tough guy, the guy that's in the right. And, of course, we know he was going to do this.
Well, yeah.
See, that whole statement that I left in Discord, I've been leaving the shit alone because I knew that he would be dumb enough to come back and try to do this dumb shit. So we just been waiting. And Jimbo, there's still a lot more receipts.
Yeah. Jimbo, you didn't disappoint, that's for sure.
There's still a lot of things that we know about that you have no clue. And no, I'm not even talking about why your mom's house was set on fire.
Yeah.
There's more than that.
A lot more.
And yeah, you're fucked up, dude. You're more twisted than I ever thought, man. The shit that I have learned about you and your past. I'm starting to have to believe Frank Brummett when he tells me that you sold him Suboxone strips.
Right.
I have to believe that. You know, Jimbo supposedly had video of him in his house with a gun and all this, but he can never produce it, right? But Jimbo was known to put people in situations where they were recorded, like in his living room, where all of them are pointing, you know, that kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but at the same time, why was Frank in the middle of the living room?
Right.
That friendly, you know, because remember the black eye? The black eye came from Frank's cousin. And supposedly, before Casey went missing, Jimbo and Frank got into a fist fight in which Jimbo supposedly kicked Frank's ass.
Yeah, I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't he have a black eye?
The black eye came from a guy that he supposedly got in a fight with at like the Dollar Tree, some fucking place right before you turn down France Road.
Okay, that was the other guy. Yeah.
Yes, that was his supposed cousin or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what he tried to say it was. So, like, within just a few weeks, he was whooping everybody's ass, supposedly. And like I said, dude, I don't believe any of that story. As a matter of fact, I have speculations of my own on what was actually going on. But I will say again, I think Frank was telling the truth about the Suboxone. Because, I mean, dude, you were on painkillers when we first started the stand, and you weren't.
Right.
That don't just happen without some detoxing. Unless you either do some methadone, some Suboxone, kratom. Yeah, those things. That's what it takes to not detox from painkillers. So I'm pretty sure you're probably either prescribed or you and Thelma are both prescribed. And there are a lot of telltale signs, man.
Mm-hmm.
Some that I wasn't trying to see, but that's all I can think about now.
I know, right?
See, Jimbo, you don't know shit about drugs, but I do. I know a lot about them. I've been on quite a few of them. I've never shied away from that.
Never lied about it either.
Nope, but Jimbo sure has. Jimbo's lied about a lot of things.
Okay. Oops.
Oh, one more thing. I'm
his
sorry.
Wi-Fi.
Uh-huh.
This dumb motherfucker wants to say I drive under the influence.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to enlighten all of you that don't know this, because he certainly does. So this will tell you how much of a stretch he's going to make. Where I live in a hotel, you can imagine that when your license expires, it's sort of hard to prove residency, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to renew a license. So 2 Marches, not this past March, but the one before, my license expired. It took me quite a while to get it renewed. Now I have a truck, but it needs repaired. So I've been walking. That's why he made those comments on his little community post about me walking to run errands, walking to work, that kind of shit. Because there are times I do. But I don't drive. No. I pay for rides, but I don't drive. And I don't drive under the influence, you dumb shit. You're a dumb fuck. So try again with me being some kind of criminal. You dumbass motherfucker.
You're right, Nick. The fact that he lied about CPS call admission, then, and Paisley, you, Beth, for knowing was way beyond bullshit. Yeah. I mean, he's
just trying to sling shit. He's trying to get it away from him. So he figures if he slings it to us, he'll get less.
Well,
that
because he
ain't
knows
gonna be that way.
he knows it's a very touchy subject with them, and that you know, it's to be expected that they're going to be pissed off and want to attack you for knowing when you, according to Jimbo, that's what he wants. He wants them to attack. So they're not looking at Jimbo. It's like, look over here at this hand while I'm doing this over here type bullshit.
Right. Or look at how he's trying to paint shit onto me as well. Like I said, he's trying to do this with multiple people. So nothing hits him.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna happen though. Ain't nobody gonna let him fly with that.
Oh.
At least not I. I ain't gonna do it. I see right through it. And he can talk about me all he wants. I don't care. It ain't gonna make his channel any better. It ain't gonna help him make any more money. He'll be surprised on the response that he gets.
Right. Oh yeah.
He might be a
Coming
little
up
bit
here.
sad about it, but it's the truth.
Coming up here in a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna have a few words to say to Mr. Jimbo. Oh, still pissed off.
So bad because he's hardly ever in the room. He's always outside, even in sub-zero temperatures, outside smoking weed or smoking. So yeah, he's quick color bad.
Weed.
If you're on pain medicine, if you've been on pain medicine for 2 years and you're an addict, you're addicted to
dumbass.
Okay, Kemper.
Right.
No, seriously, I do fucking dabs. I have vapes. I do not burn weed. I can sit in my room and get high all fucking day if I want to, and I'm not hurting anybody or breaking a rule. Because I don't use combustion. That's not why I go outside, Jimbo. I've explained it many times. Do I have to keep explaining to you how a fucking cell phone antenna works? I'm literally right up underneath the motherfucker, which means I don't get good reception until I'm about a mile down the road, where I'm on the side of it, not right up underneath it. If you knew how that shit worked, you would shut your fucking mouth, you dumbass. Plus, I have one of the shittiest fucking phone services there is, T-Mobile, especially when you're in the country. Maybe in the city they're great, but not in the country.
T-Mobile does suck.
Right. So you can tell more lies, Jimbo. Go ahead. Go ahead and play because he's going to tell another one here in just a second.
You see, speak without fear. Comment. Kemper Jimbo has been seen at the Suboxone clinic over in Tennessee.
Oh, really? I wouldn't be surprised. I know there's a few of them right there.
Yeah.
And I know he likes to venture around that area.
Yeah.
Without marijuana. Son, you're addicted. I don't know who told you that marijuana is not addictive. You're addicted. That and to kratom. Very much so. And while you're not breaking laws, you might want to remind yourself that driving while under the influence is a felony.
Oh, shit.
Driving under the influence is a felony.
Hold on, let me stop breaking the law real quick. Say something. Oh, God, you're an idiot, Jimbo. Lord help it. Oh, Lord, it needs blessed. What a fool.
Yeah. You know all about them felonies, don't you? They're 2-time convicted drug dealer.
Oh, yeah.
Convicted drug dealer.
Oh, it's just
show me. Please just show me that.
Yeah.
Show me where I've been convicted of any drug dealing whatsoever.
And none of the when you were caught with possession had anything to do with drug dealing.
Nope.
He was never busted for drug dealing.
Nope. Have I ever said I didn't ever deal drugs? No, I've never said that. Early on in my 20s, yes. Early 20s, I was doing that. I've admitted it numerous times without shame because that's what has made me who I am right now. You don't understand. I've lived and I've learned. I'm one of them hard-headed motherfuckers that usually has to learn the hard way, and I have. But believe me, they're still learned lessons.
Right. And you've never
That's what
done
makes me the person that I am, the rounded person that I am. See, Jimbo can't talk about marijuana without trying to associate it as heroin.
Yeah.
That's what he tries to put it in the same light as, and it's not even close.
Not even close.
Dude, there is a certain culture that you're not exposed to because you're in the hills of Kentucky and there's not these laws that are very liberating in your state. So you're still stuck in the fucking early 1900s with your mentality.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, you're sucking on Suboxone strips. Really? You're going to talk about drugs, but yet you're going to use Suboxone. You're going to sit here and call me addicted, but you got to use that shit? For real?
Marijuana.
I mean, I'll say
against the law,
this.
wasn't
I know it's been a running joke with the lipping or the lip licking thing with Thelma, but that is a telltale sign of drug use, especially Suboxone. I've seen it many times.
Yeah.
You might want to get her a fucking salt lick.
Against the law, wasn't it? Okay. All right, y'all.
This brilliant device keeps your home cool in summer, even during heat waves and power outages. It's smaller than a lunchbox, cools.
Okay.
I can't think of anything else that early when. I mean, there's behind green eyes, of course. She calls and messages in the middle of the night, want money because she's got a boot on the car and she's outdoor dashing, and she don't know how she's gonna get home. Did she call Kemper?
No. Too.
No.
Yeah.
You illegally parked
I
deliver something. You weren't there for how long? How long were you in that spot?
I was there probably from the amount of time it took me to get out of my car, across the street, pick it up, get back into my car. So
3
not
minutes,
even
4
5
minutes?
minutes. Yeah. I mean, 5 minutes
Okay.
would be superly stretching it.
So you parked in a spot. Did you know it was no parking there?
No, because you know why? There was a bunch of college students standing against the wall. I see a parking space. Park in there. I didn't even know that it was an employee parking spot until after I got back to my car. Because there was
And how much did he send you to help you get that boot off? $7?
$7, and that's all I needed. I had all the rest of them because I had to pay for
Again, it just proves the point that we've been trying to make about Jimbo and what his purpose is and what he is trying to do.
Right.
Look how fucking silly this shit is.
I know. See, I had to pay to get code to get that damn. It's like a bike chain that they put in your wheel well.
Right.
I had to pay the ticket to get the combination to get the damn thing off. I was $7 short, and
of course, you messaged me and I didn't help out. So you messaged Jimbo. That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Like
no,
I
he's saying,
fuck you, ignore you all the time kind of shit.
he's saying that I didn't contact anybody but Jimbo first. So, okay,
Yeah, because he
Jimbo.
must have looked like some fucking superhero. Over
Right.
$7, Jimbo.
Yeah, 7 whole fucking
How many times
dollars.
in the past 4 years has your ass been saved by numerous people for rent and bond money and car repair money and go to Hooters money and send Molly on a band trip money and everything else?
Trick or treat candy money.
Right.
But the very next day, I sent him a cash out because that's when he said that he had to move and blah 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 blah. The very next day, I sent him $20, which I obviously didn't have because I had to borrow $7, but thankfully because the next day when I was working, I had money to put in my account. So I sent him $20 to him, and I said to help with the move. And that was including the $7 and whatever was left over. Granted, it was not much, but hey, this is what I have out of the goodness of my heart, and to say thank you very much for helping me out of my dilemma. Here's this. What do I get in return? This bullshit that is coming up.
Well, and honestly, it's been since February since he went live, right? So is that March, April, May, June. So it's 4 months. And he's been supposedly lied on the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody notice how many receipts he brought with him?
And how many receipts does he have?
Like, he didn't bring anything. He didn't show any videos, audio recordings, none of that shit about the CPS. He didn't show anything on what he's trying to lie about with us. He hasn't shown anything. He didn't do anything. 4 months of silence from this asshole. And this is what his first live stream back is.
Yeah. He didn't bring anything to try to say that we lied about anything. Didn't try
or to prove that he was actually in that fucking wreck. Or to disprove anything that we've claimed. He come out with some, oh, y'all said I was locked up for a week. Nobody said that shit, you stupid motherfucker.
Yeah,
Nobody ever heard that until
that
today.
Was the first time
or I'm sorry, last night when you said it. That's the first time anybody heard it.
Yeah, that was the very first time I ever heard that. I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I think anybody ever speculated about was because he said he had home arrest, that he might have had a ankle bracelet, whatever.
No, see, I didn't think he had ankle bracelets because he could just turn on his fucking DoorDash and leave. You can't do that with an ankle bracelet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't think he had an ankle bracelet in the first place.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that other people were speculating that. But
right, but
nobody ever said you were in
once I
jail.
heard that he could leave when he wanted to, I knew he didn't have one on him.
Yeah.
So again, he debunked himself. He disproved any kind of fucking fake ass lie he tried to bring and say that we said.
Right. Again.
Like, you notice he didn't say who said it?
Nope.
He just said the lie.
Yep.
There's a reason.
Yeah.
She messaged him. No. She messaged me. And I did send her a little money. I can't remember. It was like $7 or $8. Wasn't much. But I sent it to her.
7, thank you.
No questions asked. I didn't want it back. I didn't ask for it back. But for her to set up and call me a scammer?
You are a scammer, bitch.
Yeah. Now this coming up, I'm going to really try to... Never mind.
I use people for an ATM? Really? Those words are coming out of your mouth? Come on now, Katie. That's right, Ernie. Her name ain't Rita. Holler at me, old skern. No, don't.
See, fuck you, Jimbo. Yeah.
Fuck him.
Piece of shit. You know, and
are
then...
you surprised?
No, I'm not surprised. I've been expecting this from this piece of shit. But to sit there and say, hey, Ernie, get a hold of me. When you know that motherfucker has been trying to dox me, which we all know he never could do it on his own. And, you know what, Jimbo? I have an autistic son that lives with me. Motherfucker, if someone ever tries to interfere with my son's the life that we have here, you know what, motherfucker? You are going to be the first person that's going to have the wrath because of that bullshit right there. Because
he's the only person that's going to be looked at.
Exactly.
Let's be real about it. Not the first, the only motherfucker.
Because you know, motherfucker.
But he wants to try and use this kind of shit like Ernie does.
Yeah.
To try and extort people and get leverage so he can get them to do what he wants them to do or shut up about them. You've watched Ernie do it for years. Now you're watching Jimbo doing it again.
The thing is, Jimbo knows that Ernie has some of the most psychotic people with that need massive amounts of medication. That, who knows what one of those idiots would try to do with their digging. Because, I've seen a couple of your guys' comments and I've seen a couple of your guys' messages. So, you know what? Try it. Is all I got to say is try it. I live in a stand your ground state for number one. Don't even have to have a conceal and carry here. You can freaking carry it on your hip. So, try to fuck with me. It's not going to turn out so good. So all your little comments and all your threats that have been forwarded to me, good luck. And Jimbo, you are a massive piece of shit for doing that, because you damn well know about my situation with my son. You fucking
Yeah, Jimbo will
know.
pay.
You
Jimbo
know.
will pay.
Anyways, well, fuck you, Jimbo. All the way to hell.
I was getting ready to try to make her mad and say I'd give you her info, but I'm not going to. So I'm not even going to say it. So don't holler at me. I don't want to hear from you. Don't wish you no ill will.
Oh, by the way, yeah, Ernie in his last live. Yeah, thanks, Jimbo. You two have talked. So fuck you again.
Just disregard that last 30 seconds. All right. But yeah, we're going to try to avoid drama, like I said, because like I said, it doesn't go anywhere. Like there'll be 10 live streams tomorrow about this live stream, and they'll pick it apart and they'll say he said this and he said that, and he said 3 years ago he said that on March the 5th he was in California, but now he says on March the 6th he was in North Kakalaki. How can he be in two places? Oh my God, he's a liar. That's how stuff works, and it don't never end. Don't never end. Sometimes people ain't just liars. Sometimes they have their facts mixed up. Sometimes they don't remember exactly what day or what time, exactly where they were, what they wore for, warmth, what they had for breakfast. Some people just don't remember sometimes.
Are you covered by one of these health insurance plans? You may be able to see a personal dietitian.
Rhonda, I don't know. So Ernie's got him a ride in. Well, good for you, Ern. Nah. I'm telling y'all, if I don't know. I've seen these YouTube streets make many people into something they're not. Ernie's one of them. I'm one of them. There's a few people I know on here that have been made into something they're not. And there's a lot of people that just pretend to be something they're not. Mama Davis, God bless you. And that's what I'm going to start trying to do as much as I possibly can. I know possibly is not an optimal word there because, anything's possible. And all you got to do is do it, right? All you got to do is say, make that conscious effort. Okay, I'm going to turn the other cheek. But there's that human nature side of me that makes it hard on me sometimes. But I am going to work on it. I'm going to try to do better. Thank you, Mama Davis. You too. I don't. But on the van thing, I don't know how long he's been trying. But I know, and that's another one of those hypocritical things. Like he's got a $10,000 wish list, wanting to buy a van.
And what is the matter with Kemper buying a van? I mean, he has every right to be able to travel the country. He has nothing holding him down, Jimbo.
See, that's the thing though. What Jimbo isn't saying in that situation is, my GoFundMe actually mysteriously shut down and sent out refunds to every person that donated to me.
Huh? I wonder who did that.
I'm wondering how
Right.
he did that. You can hear the obvious bullshit in his voice. And the fact that he knows that Erica was the one that wanted me to do those two things. I wasn't going to do them. And he knows that. But he wants to be a little cunt face. All right. He knows that because I picked up a second job to be able to put the money back to buy it myself. He knows that, but he wants to make fun of the job that I picked up and lie about what I'm trying to do, which I didn't have a $10,000 wish list.
Right.
I don't know where that fucking shit came from. Like, he's an idiot.
Yeah.
Like, I told Erica to not make it more than 5,000 because I would not feel comfortable. I told her 3,500.
Right.
And then I said, you know what, 35 to 5. But now he's saying 10,000. My wish list wasn't even 5,000.
No.
Now, when people started purchasing from that wish list, then yes, there were other things I added to it when I saw, hey, I would need to have this when I live out on the road, when I'm out camping. Because honestly, like you said, I ain't got shit holding me down. I'd love to spend most of my life out in the woods, camping, hiking, fishing, all that fun shit.
Right.
Hell, I've spent all my life working since I was 15. I'm 52. I'm about tired of working, or at least working like I do. So what better way to do that than to make it where I don't have an electric bill, make it where I don't have rent, but make it where I have shelter.
And doing something you love.
Right. And I love camping. Hell, anybody in Tennessee will tell you, if you couldn't find me, go find me on the back roads. Basically, I was camping in the woods.
Right.
That's why I laughed at Tina and them when they made all their claims about Cotton County, because they were full of shit. They made so many false claims about my county. I'm not going to have it. But back to the whole van thing, Jimbo, what happened to the GoFundMe? The people got their money back. I ain't worried about that.
Right.
That's what I'm glad of. But why? Was you that butthurt? Did everybody leaving the stand hurt you that much that you had to somehow get my GoFundMe shut down?
Like
Is that what it
Levin
is?
Grace says, jealousy. Levin
I mean,
Grace
hell, I
says,
didn't even have that many donations. That was the point.
right.
Like, I don't understand it. It'd be different if I was about to reach the goal. Shit, I don't even think I had. It might have had like 400, maybe. It might have been 200. Come to think of it, I really didn't look. I know Erica would tell me when those things would, somebody donated. Oh yeah, somebody donated. Okay, cool, cool. And me just working every day. That's what I'm focusing on. But somehow I'm a criminal. I'm always driving under the influence, even though I don't drive. I can drive. I have a license. I just don't drive. I'm taking the money that I would repair my truck to drive. I'm taking that and I'm going to buy a van and live in it. That's why I'm not doing anything else. But you're funny, Jimbo. Good try, man. Like, bro, I know it hurt when everybody left the stand because that's when your money left.
Oh, God,
And I know it hurt when you got called out on your lies, but you lied. It's not my fault, dude. I was never here for the money. I was never here for any of the popularity or any of that shit. That was you that was all about. Me, I was here to deliver a message. You were the fake one. Me, I stayed true.
Right.
You couldn't even keep it on the road, Jimbo. But you're the one that lost out on all that. All of those great people that walked away, yeah, you lost out on that, man. Those are good people. And no, not a single one of them has given me any money for me to even have to say that.
Yeah.
They're just good people, man. Maybe
Yeah.
that's why you're pissed, because you know that and they're all gone and you're left with nothing.
Exactly. Everybody that's over here is the best people. I mean, he just can't
And
handle that.
honestly, I've seen the people here when they've been wrong, they've admitted that, hey, you know what? Yeah, I'm wrong.
Exactly.
You got to be that way. Because none of us are perfect. If you
Yeah.
can't admit when you've done wrong, you're a Jimbo. You're an Ernie.
Oh my God.
Hell, I fuck up all the time. I'm not even close to being perfect, but I don't go hurting people. I don't go doing dumb shit. If
Yeah.
I hurt anybody, it's me.
Wanting other people to purchase it for him and purchase the things that go in it for him while he's working in restaurants because he can't work anywhere else.
Bullshit.
Bro.
Anywhere else, they're going to drug test him if he's working around machinery or anything like that or driving. And you simply can't do it.
In
So it's
a
restaurant.
state where you have legalized marijuana, drug testing is totally different than in a
Right?
state where it's not legal, you dumbass.
Yeah. I
can go work for GM right now. You dumbass. That's how much of an idiot you are. That's how fucking homely and sheltered your dumbass is. Go suck down another Suboxone strip, dumbass.
There's nothing wrong with that. I worked in restaurants for a great long time. I'm surprised it hasn't come out on the YouTube streets of the restaurants I worked at and managed. But
he managed restaurants.
I've got to fix these glasses somehow, y'all. It's driving me crazy. You need a daily tip money. That's right, Mr. Scott. That that money comes in, and that's another thing. A dude tells me like he's braggadocious about it. He's like, I get my 200 and then I chill. Like he gets $200 a day working right as a server. Okay, I mean, absolutely that's possible, and absolutely I could see him doing that. Anybody could if they work hard enough. But $200 a day, well, 7 days a week. I come up with $1,400 a week right there, y'all. Why dude got a vehicle? Why don't he have insurance? Why doesn't he buy that? Because he spends most of it on his things he needs, right, Mr. Scott?
Yeah. Oh my God.
And a big reason why I'm doing what I'm doing right now.
Hey, if you live in one of these cities right here, why don't you own an apartment building? Seriously, let me show you a path.
I am. Quote me on this like I'm being petty. I'm being childish. I'm getting it out of the way. But
you are being childish.
I don't know.
He's being a wow.
Maybe I should just ignore him altogether. But then there's that old redneck in me that still thinks I'm a tough guy and that he's trying to punk me. And where I come from, Margaret can tell you, you don't get punked by people like him.
Hi, Ted.
You don't get punked by anybody. You fight,
punked,
but especially not by people like him.
Just because you're from Kentucky don't mean you're the only hillbilly out there that knows the hillbilly way, bitch. I've tried to explain this shit to you. You think because I live in Michigan, I don't know shit? You might want to go spend some time in Cott County, figure some shit out, you dumbass.
Right.
We're far from being pussies. Ask Ernie. He'll tell you. He thought we were all scared of him. Who are the ones that left? Ernie, Tina, Sander. Bye-bye. They went bye-bye. Not the other way around. So you can take your false manhood and shove it up your fucking ass along with Ernie's little, strap on, You guys making out in the car and shit.
Oh,
Jimbo.
Yeah. Yeah. Never mind. I'm not even gonna go there.
Hey Jimmy. Do you have my email, brother? I'd really like to chat with you a little bit. I've got a new phone number. And I sure hope you're doing okay.
He has reached
I do pray for
to
you.
the depths of having to hook up with Jimmy from the Bayou.
Never mind.
I'm not a preacher or anything like that. I can't, I can't promise you that anybody's even listening to me. But I do pray for you. I pray for a lot of people.
Your prayers are heard because the kind of person you are, Jimbo.
Right.
You know that. You were in church enough to know that. The only prayer that God's hearing from you is your sinner's prayer. If you ain't got one of those for him, he ain't hearing it right now. You got to have salvation to be able to communicate or to be asking for salvation. One of the two.
Right.
Yes, ma'am. All we can do is try, Mom Davis. All right, let me put my email here for you, Jimmy.
Mark Hill.
In the title line or whatever they call it, the header, when you send me an email, name the email. This is Jimmy, and send me your phone number, and I'll text you from my new number. Just don't give it out, bro. Okay, that's all I ask. There's my email, Jimmy. I was thinking of you earlier today, Jimmy. I saw a video. It was like a montage to the Mulkey Brothers, and didn't you tell me like Didn't one of them or both of them go to church with you at one point or something?
You're right. Ted Thompson. He must have chosen to return because needing money. He stated he was absent because couldn't discuss court cases, but my suspicion is needing money. He's hungry for connections, so chucking Jimmy and Griff. Jesus. Take the wheel.
Bill and Randy. But I saw the Mulkey brothers on that video and it reminded me of you. And these people are calling me the liar. Like, there's people in my chat from London.
Oh,
like literally from London. You got behind green eyes saying that I've lied about where I lived at and the tornado and all. What?
Yeah. You got to be the dumbest person ever. I mean, yeah, everybody in London, they're all saying, no, that area is not damaged. We've proven it. So I can't wait to see what his next excuse about this is.
Oops. If I'm going to make up lies, I'm not going to lie on a public platform where thousands of people can see it. Actually, more than that can see it, but thousands of people will see it. Where I have basketball players, their parents, school officials, church officials.
And I hope every single one of those people sees your lie right there.
Well, there is one thing I do want to say to the Taylor Smiths and the others that don't know exactly what's been going on. I really suggest that you look into what's been happening before you make a decision to support him again, because it will make you look bad. Trust me. I've got the shit stains to prove it.
I mean,
don't make the mistake that I did. Please hear me. You don't have to listen to me. Just listen to the message, please.
Yeah,
he's not worth it.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. I would love for these other people that that were part. All of us were part of the Stan fam. I still have great care for you guys, and I just hope that you guys can see what he's really about. I don't want to see you guys get hurt. So just please pay attention.
Sometimes view my channel. Why would I lie about something like that? Why would I make up a car wreck? Make that make sense to me.
We already went over that. Thank you.
Right.
I didn't ask anybody for anything for my car wreck. Nothing.
No,
Just
but
prayers.
That's
it. Specifically asked Kemper and Nicolina to keep it off the internet. Keep it off YouTube. I didn't want people digging around trying to find, because they'd get my new address, which they got it anyway. But I don't live there anymore either. Mama Davis, we were very lucky, and like I said, behind green eye says I'm lying, but
you are
saved by the grace of God that we didn't live in that house at France Road anymore. Anybody who knows anything about the London area, the tornado did the most destruction right there by the airport. That house is literally a half a mile from the airport.
No, more than half a mile.
Whatever.
Half a mile.
Whatever.
Right? Yeah, they didn't even know in Discord.
I'm wondering, did he even maybe go look at this house, or is he just completely making this up out of his ass because the tornado went through there and he's assuming? But then if that's the case, why did he say 2 people died in the house? That's pretty sick.
Impact. No, for real.
Yeah. I mean, like
That's
he
exactly
just
why.
like he just said, why would he make up a lie like that where thousands of people could find out that he was wrong, that he lied about it? Well, I don't know, Jimbo, you tell us. Why did you?
Because you did
tell
it
anybody.
numerous times for years.
Yeah.
I'm just glad I see it now.
Yep. Me too.
Nothing from it? I'll tell you what, though. Through all that has went on.
If a strand of your hair looks like this when it's wet, this is how it should look dry. This whole time, I thought I had wavy hair that was just
The child. Oh my God, he's talking about a kid. The child.
God, yeah, this too.
Is actually now doing very well.
Get this.
And I have connected with the mother and the stepfather. and I'm going to give the child basketball lessons for free.
Okay. The child's 3, right?
The child that was in the wreck, is that who
Yeah.
we're talking about?
Yeah.
The child was 3, Jimbo.
And was in intensive care.
Right, ICU.
So you're giving free basketball lessons
to a child that just learned how to walk.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I mean.
Yeah. He's talking about the child that was in the car accident, Donna. He said, the one that was put in the ICU because of the wreck he was in. The one, the quote wreck.
As much as they like. As long as I have a gym to use. And even if we have to go outdoor, I will, but just saying. Yeah, I moved.
He will double down on anything.
If you no longer need them, can you send my trail cams back? I could really use them now.
What?
Didn't he say he got evicted?
Well, yeah, from the house. What do you mean evicted? From the house that he...
I'm just saying, he's leaving the evicted part out.
Oh, yeah.
He's saying, I moved.
Yeah.
Wasn't he evicted is what I asked.
Oh, yeah, he was evicted. That's what he told us. He told everybody.
I guess it sounds better the other way.
Yeah, it does sound better. I mean, how many times has he been evicted now from places that he's lived? Quite a few, if I remember right.
Yeah, I can send them back. So those weren't a gift. Those were.
You go, Red.
I'll send them back to you. No problem. Email me whatever address you want them sent to, and I'll send them back to you. Now, of course, I'm not sending 25 back, right?
Let me know if you actually ever get those, Redstone. It'd be kind of interesting to find out.
Nicolina made that up, right? Me and you, we know that. Okay, you're very welcome. Very welcome. Yeah, Nicolina went on YouTube saying I had 25 trail cams donated by the Mean Girls. Yeah, and I played along with it. My thinking was, hey, if it keeps people from coming up to my house, I'll let them think there's 125 cameras out there. But there wasn't. But people like October, well, she bought into that. And that's her big question. Why didn't the trail cams get all this stuff? What trail cams? Yeah, we had trail cams out there. Oh gosh, Mama Davis. Listen, this is just this is the first time I've been on since February, and this is just a little tip of the iceberg for me. And there's so much that's went on that I haven't even seen, or I'm not even gonna try to catch up.
Mama Davis.
It doesn't really matter. It's all the same. It's just different. The names change and people change. Alliances change, but it's all the same.
Mama Davis, sweetie, I sure hope you're paying attention.
But
alliances change.
So, I mean, it sure is good to see you all in chat. Like I said, I've had a lot of fun. I'm not going to end just yet, but I'm starting to wind down.
What?
Have you
made allegiances to anybody?
Allegiances to with anybody? No, not that I know of. Something happened I'm not aware of. Somebody slip a roofie in my damn Monster 300 or something. Fuck.
The only allegiances I have is to put the truth out there with receipts. Thank you.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only one I've got. But he wants to sit here and act like people are siding up against him. No, we're not siding up against you. We're just against you, dumbass.
Right.
Figure it out, Fruit Loop.
I've had a lot of fun chatting with y'all tonight, and we'll do it again before too awful long. That's right, all the same. But I can be nasty, just like everybody else can. I mean, during the person on this earth, it can't be nasty.
Oh yeah, we know you can be nasty.
Yep, you use deceased people. Yeah, you can get nasty.
And how many times? Yeah, deceased people. You've thrown some of the most horrible thing in Nicolina's face, and traitors, in Ghost and Peaches. The list goes on. Rap, easy, So, yeah, we know you can be very disgusting.
But you know what? There ain't a person on this earth that can't be beautiful and a good soul either.
Oh, this gets me.
How hard is it to be friendly to somebody. Not necessarily me or anybody else on YouTube, but just brighten somebody's day. Hey, how you doing? How are you today? Well, thank you. Have yourself a great day. Like, with meaning and a little, little excitement behind it. You don't know how much that touches people sometimes. Hey, that guy's in a good mood. Am I for it? Just because. It's contagious. Just like negativity is contagious, so is positivity. Oh, that's Kemper.
Oh God, this is cracking me up.
He thinks that's something cool that he does.
He's talking about, if you're
Is he trying to say I'm sending them smiley face emojis or the laughing emojis?
The laughing face.
That was, what I was doing when he said that?
What?
I was in our Discord, in the stream where we were doing the watch party.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And there's no way I can do laugh emojis while I'm doing that. Like, I was in there watching it with all of you. I don't know if you were in there at the time, but yeah, that's what I was doing. And all of a sudden I get accused of doing laugh emojis. Now, I will say this. Almost every troll I know does that or something similar. So, yeah.
But
whatever, dude.
Kemper,
You had another troll fucking slapping those fucking emojis. Get over it, bitch.
Right.
It's only because you said it for 4 weeks for people to be able to talk in your chat, you pussy.
I mean,
probably wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for that.
Kemper, it's always your fault, though, no matter what. Remember, he's been blaming all of this shit on you. So,
well, he has been for a while, and it was a joke for a while. Then it became a real thing for a while. And then it was a joke again,
Yeah.
Now it's real again.
Jesus, cracks me up. Oof.
He goes in these chats and like Ernie's and other people's, Mama T's, and wherever he's not wanted, and he'll hit the laugh emoji as much as he can, over and over and over and over and over and over. He's a real special one there.
He's a real special one.
Yeah, because we're gonna be going live every now and then. And
I saw the 30-second pink salt trick in a viral video. Weeks later, they stopped to call me delusional.
Swear to God, that's.
I don't know. I hate to put a number on it because like I said, people want to hold you down to these numbers. And he said he was going to do this, but I want to try to. That's right. Keep it up, Kempy. I want to try to.
I am.
Once everything gets going and my classes are going again. And,
I'm slapping those emojis right now.
Right.
Maybe 3 to 4 times a week for an hour or so. And we are going to do a lot of different things.
Oh my God, this cracks me up.
I doubt if I'll ever do another show on Ernie. What else is there to say?
Well, of course not.
He's beating that old dead horse, but that's the only thing in the world Kemper wants to talk about. Or maybe he wants to talk.
You guys are buddies now, right? Right?
See, that's
about me now, but that's all he wanted.
He knows good and well. He knows good and well. Last fall, whenever Western North Carolina and East Tennessee got hit by the hurricanes, I wanted to directly talk about that, and I begged him for a couple of weeks, and he just had to have the fucking drama. So, again, you're wrong, Jimbo. Now, the only time I was like, we got to focus on Ernie all the time is when you were playing this drama bullshit with everybody else, man. Because he got fucking old, dude. Like, it was the same old shit.
Yeah.
Not just the 12 is 12. All of it was stupid, but you kept it going. You couldn't help yourself.
All of last week, we didn't go live. I went live, 4 or 5 times? But, yeah, I was doing real world news type shit of all the riots that were going on around the country. So don't even try to say that I'm all about the drama. No, I'm about some of the information shit. And there's some things I would like to show about the stuff that's going on over in Israel and all that shit.
Right. But now, see, that's the thing, though. He has to have the drama, and that's why he kept it going. Because that's what paid him money. That's what kept the money coming in monetization. If it wasn't for that, I'm sure he would have changed the subject.
Oh, fuck yeah. Shoot, there'd be times I had, 4 people in the live? Because obviously that type of drama doesn't, get views.
Right, and there was so much coverage of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to have a lot of people looking at it.
Oh, no, and that's not what I was looking for either.
Right, I understand that.
But
I understand that.
what? But I know it's got to be getting late for you because it's almost 1:30 here.
Yeah, it's at 4:27 right now.
Yeah, didn't mean to go really this long, but we've been
No, it happens.
almost 4 hours. I mean, I can place mark where we're at in his live, and we can go over it again, or pick
Try
up.
to go live Saturday or something.
Yeah, pick up where we left off.
I got to get a few things together anyway.
Yeah, because I'm getting super sleepy, and I know you got to be exhausted. But
Yeah, I'm always tired.
I want to say, I didn't notice this before. For Queen Ashley became a member, I want to say thank you very much. Excuse me. Thank you very much for becoming a member. And Hakuna Matata. I can't do y'all's vampire hours. I know we're always late, but thank you for coming in. I appreciate everything, you guys, more than you can even imagine. But yeah, all I gotta say is good luck to a lot of things. I'm not even gonna go any further into it, but just yeah. And I want to say thank you to everybody for coming over and listening to our ramble on, because I know this thing has been covered several times. But at least you're kind of getting it from our side and the things that we know.
Well, I mean, I think everybody expected Jimbo to flop like he did.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I'm sure everybody got tired of hearing his tired ass by the second or third round. But at the same time, man, he brought it on himself.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even know how many views does that video of his have right now? Have you seen? Let me go look. Because this morning it didn't have many.
It has 975 now.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay. Because this morning it only had like 600. But way to come out swinging. He said thousands.
Right.
No, that's just a few people that's put a lot of views on it, bro. Get over yourself.
Yeah. And quite a few of those views were me getting screenshots of stuff and then leaving and then coming back again because I forgot something else I needed to get.
Right.
So a few of those were
So
for
were
me.
a lot of other people. That's what I was saying. Yeah.
So
he's just full of himself. He thinks he's still Cowboy Collins.
Right.
He's only Cowboy Collins when Ernie's got that double-headed dildo. You know what I'm saying? When they bump them ass cheeks together.
Thanks, Ted Thompson. Yeah, I'm getting like sleepy. The coffee that I drank earlier is insane.
Well, let's end it then.
So, anyways, I want to say thank you, everybody. Don't forget to hit the like button, and I appreciate your time and questions. And I hope we answered some of the things that you guys might have had questions on. And if not, please feel free to either send a message, ask whatever. I don't have a problem. I know Kemper doesn't have a problem answering questions about things. And sorry if I missed any of your guys' questions. Being out of StreamYard a lot, you miss a lot of crap. But I also want to thank everybody that was in chat for keeping no fighting in chat. Everyone was keeping up with the topic. I greatly, greatly appreciate that, more than you can know. But yeah, thank you guys so much for everything. And we shall say good night.